Come on, y'all. Sing it with me. There you go. Woo. Oh, they so mad, bruh. Oh, they so mad. Oh, they crying right now. He crying right now. He crying right now. They crying right now, boy. They in their feels right now, boy. Just gotta let it burn. Just gotta let it burn, bruh. I hope y'all didn't see the TikTok she did. Woo! Just gotta let it burn. Oh, it's burning all right. Oh, it's burning all right. Oh, it's burning all right. That boy in his feels. L's in the chats for the lames. L's in the chats for the lames, bruh. L's in the chats for the lames. Okay. The doctor is here to operate. Okay, the doctor is here to operate. Dr. Lucas at your service. Dr. Lucas at your service, okay? The doctor is here to operate for you goofy niggas out there, bruh. Lord in heaven. You goofy niggas out there. All right, the doctor is here to operate. Okay, let me pull it down. Pull it down so y'all can see. There seems to be a real case of lame nigga syndrome going around. I don't know what it is. I have seen a whole bunch of men come into the office and kind of swamped right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of swamped. Okay. Lame nigga syndrome has been sweeping the office right now, and I just took time out of my day. I took time out of my day to stream this for y'all, because lame nigga syndrome has it's taken over, man. It is it has taken over, and if y'all need to, there's this bitch it all that I would recommend to all my clients. Bitch it all to all my clients. It helps get the bitch out your system. That's what it does. I've been recommending it to all my clients, and it just it seems to be going well so far. Clients have noticed. They've said that there's been a significant progress that they've seen in their, in their mood swings and their emotions and dealing with women that they want but can't get. So it's been a great thing. It's a great thing to see. Great thing to see, I will say. Whew. But I'm going to take some time out of the operating table to do this live stream. Okay, Dr. Lucas is here. Take some time out because there seems to be a lot of confused lost boys out there. A lot of confused lost boys out there. But I'm here. I'm here, bro. I'm here. Don't worry. Lucas is here. Dr. Lucas is in the office. Now, for all the ladies, because we had ladies who were simping for what's his name? First off, let me just get this off my chest. If you don't even have a first name for your woman, and your woman, the only way they know you is via your woman, sir, you don't have a girlfriend. Let me just say this again. If you don't even have a name, sir, the only way people are introducing you is Keke Palmer's boyfriend, sir, you don't have a girlfriend, okay? Let me just put that out there for all you from lame nigga syndrome, LMS, okay? No, LNS, excuse me. LNS, that's another one. LMS is something else that I'm treating in the hospital. LNS, lame nigga syndrome, is if you don't even have a name, sir, no. Can someone tell me what this man's name is? I had to Google it. And the only way it came up was Keke Palmer's boyfriend. It said Darius. I was like, oh, okay, that's his name. That's his name. I had to know who I was operating on. I was like, what's your name, sir? I'm Keke Palmer's boyfriend. No. What's your name, sir? I'm Keke Palmer's boyfriend. So what's on... Nurse? What did he have on his birth certificate? His driver's license? Darius? Darius, is that your name? Yeah. Oh, Darius. I'm glad you came into the office today. You seem to be going through LNS. LNS is very serious. It's very serious. Now, but it is treatable. It is treatable. First step is to admit that you have it, right? Darius? I'm Keke Palmer's boyfriend. No. Your name is Darius. Say it with me now, okay? Now, there were ladies out there talking about, there's always those women who try to, listen, ladies, let me just give you a heads up. I know some of you women think that you're defending, Darius. I almost forgot his name. Darius by saying, is it wrong for me to think that, he doesn't want his woman acting like this or wearing that, the mother of his child? Listen, boo-boo, let me just tell you something. Nobody wants you. That's correct. The only women I see acting like that are women who don't have anything. You don't have a man, you don't have a ring, you don't have a baby, you don't even have a relationship. But you caping for this LNS mofo. You caping for this LNS mofo. And you got nothing. You got nothing. It's just really sad to see that. Is this the woman you're caping for? Let me, Lord, I don't... Let me, listen. If you choose to put a baby in this, sir, if you choose to put a baby in this, that is a you problem, my G. That is a you problem, my G. You don't then get to say, well, I don't know why she dressing like that. You's a moms, though. Sir, this precludes you from saying goofy stuff like this. Do you understand? This is who you put a baby in, sir. Sir, you put a baby in that, sir. Now, listen, I'm not knocking it. Allegedly, that's her. If it's not, doesn't even matter. The point still stands. Listen, I'm not knocking what any woman does. I don't care, to be honest with you. It really doesn't. It has nothing to do with me. If you want to behave however you want to behave, that's on you. That has nothing to do with me, okay? But as a doctor, not in real life, but as a doctor, as an online dating professionalist, okay? Dating advisor professionalist, we see this all the time. We see men who come in with LNS all the time. And they think that upon them putting a ring on it, or by them treating her some type of way, or I don't know, by giving her gifts, that it's going to change her. And that's usually, it's really sad when, the patient has to hear, no, that's not going to change him. No, what are you talking about? That's who she is. She's been showing you who she was. You enjoyed it. That's the reason, partially the reason why you came in her, right? Is it not? Sir, listen. Is that not the reason why you ejaculated in her? Right? Because you liked it? Is that not why? Okay. So you knew who she was, right? This entire time. what I find interesting is why some of these dudes think they got a Jekyll and Hyde syndrome, right? They come in thinking that they, well, she was wifey the whole entire time. All she did was say, I just want to have your baby and, make meals and provide and, just make you happy and just. Sir, I've been taking notes. I've been taking notes on my pad. That's not what you said she was doing. You said she was going out with the girls, right? Not with you, right? They'd have ladies' night. She said she was doing her own thing, trying to get her own monies. Is that not what she said to you? Yeah, yep. She said she wanted to maintain her independence. Is that not what she said to you? Did she ever ask you for advice at what to wear or what not to wear? No? Okay. What are we talking about, sir? According to what I have here, this seems to be a sock. Sir, this seems to be a sock. Now, I can write you a prescription. I can write you a prescription for a bitch at all. Do you want me to write you a prescription for no bitch at all? Is that what you want me to do? I can write it right here, bro. I got plenty of these. Don't worry. Write it right here. You go to the pharmacy and get you your medicine. But I'm very curious what you're complaining about. I'm very curious what you complaining about. I don't understand. Now, men are saying, I hear a bunch of dudes talking about, well, you know what? She's not supposed to be doing that. Who's not supposed to be doing that, sir? Who's not supposed to be doing that? Huh? Who's not supposed to be doing that? Do you mean your girl is not supposed to be doing that? Oh, your girl's not supposed to be doing that. That's great. Is this your girl? Is this your girl? No. Then what are we talking about? Why are you wasting my time? I'm a doctor, sir. I'm very busy. Okay? Very busy. All right? There's clearly a pandemic of LNS going around. And you taking up my time about a woman that's not even yours. Now, then we get the mofos who want to say, well, this is his woman. Sir, you're not acting like it's your woman. You're not even acting like it's your woman. Now, any real man in attendance today, because here's what I've noticed. Some of you, when I see a case of lame ninja syndrome, there's certain telltale signs. Certain telltale signs. Let me just break it down with y'all, okay? So, let me just break it down with y'all. We're gonna bring out the whiteboard just for some of y'all. In my practice, what I come across is many dudes who want the BB, the bad bitch, right? They want the bad bitch. That's what they call them. Oh, she a baddie. Now, but what they don't want to deal with is what the bad bitch does. That's what they don't want to deal with, right? They don't want to deal with the long list, which is usually attitude, in some cases. They're usually extroverts, right? Usually have lots of friends because they're extroverts, so a lot of social circle, very big social circle. They love the light. They love the spotlight. That's usually what they like. And the list goes on. Now, if you've never dealt with a baddie, right, quote unquote baddie, you would know this. Now, what I notice in my practice is that I hear a lot of men who want the bad bitch, but then they want them to act like HW, housewife. That's what they want. So they want them to stay at home, right? Stay at home, not have a lot of friends, especially not guy friends. You want just you don't even need no guy friends whatsoever. No guy friends. Really small social circle. No spotlight, right? You don't need to have the spotlight. What are you doing? Behave yourself. You should have some modesty. What's wrong with you? Now, in my profession, as long as I've been doing, this doesn't go together. This doesn't go together. Doesn't go together. All right? I don't know what to tell you. You are looking for baddies with housewife qualities. Sometimes that can happen. Don't get me wrong. But this is clearly not one of those times. Now, I hear a lot of dudes want to say, well, that's his girl. Okay. That's his girl, right? I hear a lot of dudes saying that. Lucas, you have to understand, that's his girl. Okay, now what you're going to have to walk me through, because being a doctor, right, we have to test certain theories and stuff like that. You're going to have to walk me through what makes her his girl. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. What makes her his girl? Because I'm lost. Is there some type of magic that's going around? Are people do they think they have magic? And they could just, you're my girl. No. You're my girl. No. Am I missing something? What, because he says so? Is that, I do come across a lot of dudes who absolutely believe this. I absolutely do come across a lot of dudes who absolutely believe this. Right? They believe that because you have a baby, now that's your girl. Or they believe just because they have a title, or they put a title on it, that means something. The baby, you think the baby makes it his girl? No. That makes it their baby. It's not even his baby. It's a shared baby. There's nothing that makes it his girl. Nothing whatsoever. Okay? Nothing whatsoever. I come across a lot of dudes. They're in the ER, right? Get the nurse, come. Lucas, quickly, doctor, come. What is it? What's going on? He's gone comatose. What happened? Give me the chart. What's his chart? What's going on with his levels? Oh, the bitchness is too high in him. He's got an overdose of bitchness in him. Yeah, he got low T. Oh my God. Who brought him in like this? I don't someone brought him in. He went that way after he found out that his girl was cheating on him. His girl was cheating on him. Okay, bring him, put him on the table. We'll get to it. We'll see what's going on. All right. I had the nurse go and ask him a few questions. Now, why did you think that was your girl? Man, we've been together for all these years, man. What do you mean it's not my girl? It's my girl, baby. Okay, calm down. Patient seems to be hysterical, right? She has to inject some fucking testosterone into him. Just calm down. We're gonna take some tests, okay? We're gonna take some tests. Here, give me your arm. Man, my girl, man. Okay, there we go. Now, you've been with her for quite some time. Did she ever introduce you as her boyfriend? Was there any pact of exclusivity? Was that ever the case? Hey, what do you mean exclusivity? Well, I don't even know what that is. You've never heard the term exclusivity? Okay, all right. Doctor! And then I have to come in. Right? I look at the chart. Okay. All right. I have to break down the news to him. Listen. It seems that you were under the impression that you had a girl for all these years. Unfortunately, that was not the case. That is correct. She was never your girl. You were just the man at the time. That's correct. You were just the man at that time. Okay. I know you were led to believe you had a baby with her, correct? Yeah, I had a baby. That's my baby. Even legally speaking, that's not your baby. That is our baby, right? Yours and her baby. And given the fact that you said you were construction worker, a lawyer? What do you do?
I'm a stay-at-home dad.
Stay-at-home dad. Okay. All right. So you're not the breadwinner of your family.
No, but helping with my son that's work.
I understand. I'm not disputing that it's not work, sir. I'm not disputing that it's not work. I understand. I understand that being a stay-at-home... Sorry. God, something in my chest. Sorry. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. 1 second. Yes. I understand that being a stay-at-home dad is very difficult indeed. But alas, you didn't provide the home in which you are a stay-at-home dad, correct?
No. Keke bought it.
Okay, all right. Okay, I understand. So, you really have nothing going for you, right? You have nothing going for you. I hate to put it this way, but you really have... Your time may be up. Given her last post, okay, I had the nurse bring it in. She put a post that, I don't know how you would probably describe this post, but what I would describe the post as, it may be game over, bruh. It may be game over. Wish we could find it, bruh. I wish we could find it. Let me see if I can post it. Wish we could find it. But essentially, it seems that she's had her fun with you, and because you don't know how to deal with her, right? She has to move on to an actual man. That's what you have to do. That's what she's gonna do. That's what has been relayed to me. She is now moving on to an actual man, and not some beta bitch little fuck boy. Okay, and you're not even a fuck boy, sir, because apparently, you don't do any fucking. I don't know what to tell you, okay? As I've been in this practice for quite some time, and I understand there's something as dickmatized, okay? You didn't even dickmatize her, okay, to behave. So, I don't know really what, you don't have a leg to stand on, sir. You don't have a leg to stand on. Yeah, I'll have the nurse escort you out. I'll be sure to write you a prescription for bitch it all, to get the bitch out your system. But other than that, I bid you farewell, sir. You don't really have anything. Now, it's funny because all these videos are coming up where Steve Harvey tried to warn her. Steve Harvey tried to warn her. Let me just tell you something, ladies. Ladies, this is for the ladies. Ladies, do not do charity work. Let me repeat that. Ladies, do not do charity work. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ladies, if you're a baddie, okay, if you're a good woman and you holding it down, don't do charity work, okay? Because that's what it seems like she was doing for some reason. It sounded like she was doing charity work. Now, in my case, in the cases I've come across, charity work is extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous because you end up getting with a lame, right? A man, 1 out of every 5 men have LNS. Okay, for those who don't know, that is lame ninja syndrome, okay? 1 out of every 5 men have LNS. So you have got to protect yourself, all right? You just can't give everyone a shot. I understand. He's a nice guy. I get it. You just can't be giving everyone a shot, all right? Because some men, just like I said, socks, right? You remember the sock analogy? Some men are socks, okay? And because some men are socks, there's nothing I can do to change them. It's very much like cancer, that it's like stage 3. There's nothing I can do at that point, right? Sometimes the bitch in the system is stage 3 bitch. And there's nothing I can do. Okay, I can prescribe, bitch it all, no bitch at all, I can prescribe that as much as I want. It's too late for them. They're terminal, they have terminal bitchness in the system. Nothing I can do. And there's nothing you can do either, ladies. I know he may be nice at first, or he may, I don't know, take out the trash, whatever it is you think he does. But I'm telling you, ladies, there's another man who does all of that and does not have terminal bitchness in the system. Okay? Just want to put that out there. There's a man who does all of that and doesn't have terminal bitchness in the system. So stop doing charity work. Okay? This should be case in point. Or else you're going to get a charity response. All right? That's what happens. It just is what it is. Now let's listen to Steve Harvey.
Dating is good,
Help
you know.
from Uncle Steve.
Uncle Steve is always trying to get me with the billionaire. I'm like, Uncle Steve, I don't need the billionaires. I just need some simple stuff. You know, I don't like to mix my industry business with my personal life.
Right? Now, how many women that you know of would say, I'm not trying to get with the billionaire? Uncle Steve always trying to match me with the billionaire. I'm just trying to find a simple man to have a simple life with. Ladies, if you are that woman, please don't do charity work. Please don't do charity work. Please don't do, because it will always come to bite you in the butt. Always come to bite you in the butt. Men, in my practice, I see that all the time with men. Please don't do charity work. Please don't do it. You're on the line. How can I help you?
All right, so what up, ladies? Thanks for taking my call. I would say that I disagree. I agree and I disagree. I have a point. I think it's very.
We can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Slightly
Can you
better.
hear me now?
Are you on speaker?
Yeah, let me take it off. Yeah, I agree and I disagree. I disagree. I think it's very entertaining, and I agree with what you said about men. You know, him being the dude, Keke's boyfriend, being, you know, kind of lame, right? Mm-hmm. But I think that at the same time, I don't give her. I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, defend like women. You know what I'm saying, like disrespectful women. You know what I mean, like a woman.
What did she do that was disrespectful? Because I didn't see anything that was disrespectful.
Right, right. So, like, I think he could have, like I said, from a certain standpoint, yeah, he was lame. Like,
what did he do? What did she do? Because you said we shouldn't defend disrespectful women. Okay. So what did she do that was disrespectful?
I mean, okay, maybe it wasn't disrespectful to you, right? But let's say he saw her going out the house.
What did she do that was disrespectful?
So I guess from what he said, right, he found her outfit disrespectful.
Who cares what he says? He may have found it disrespectful. Who is he? He's nobody.
Right. So, but I mean, let's say, okay, so if it's your wife, right, or your girlfriend, you saying there's nothing she could do to disrespect you? No,
I'm saying he chose to get with that. He knew what she was before he put a baby in it.
Right.
He has no say-so over what she does and doesn't do. There's no ring on her.
If I feel like this, the lame part comes in when you don't check a woman. You know what I'm saying?
He can't check a woman. He's not in a position to check her.
Well,
what leverage does he have as a man? You tell me.
He could have. He just handled it wrong.
What leverage does he have? Let's flip the switch, right? In an alternate world, you are now Darius, or Keke Palmer's boyfriend, as he's been said.
Okay. Right.
What leverage do you have?
If I was him, I would have just walked. Simple as that.
That's not leverage,
then I'm out.
That's not leverage. You're living in her house, right?
Right.
You're not the breadwinner. Your dick game is weak. Your mouthpiece is weak, and you're a lame.
Right.
You leaving is probably the best thing you could do for her.
Exactly. That's all he could do.
So then you don't have any leverage, pimpin'.
But that's any man, right? Any man.
No, it's not any man. We're not talking about any man. Any man like him is a bitch too. He suffers from lame nigga syndrome as well. There's nothing I can do about that.
But you don't have to. Right. I agree. If you handle shit a certain way, that's lame. But any man can change your way. You don't grow a fucking pair of balls and say, listen.
No, that's what you have to understand. This is the problem. I don't know who put this false pseudoscience into the community, But no,
Right.
you can't change any man. Not every man can change his ways. Not every woman can change their ways.
Right.
And if they
Right,
can,
but
it's certainly not up to you who could do it. Because if you could, you would be a billionaire.
It's not up to you to change people, but I think people can change. I've changed, right? I was a different person in the past, and I've changed. And I think people can change.
You probably haven't
Maybe
changed. You may have probably suppressed certain activities and behavioral patterns.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think I've changed, right? And I think people can change, right? They can, I mean, and that's what a change is, right? If you're doing something that's not constructive, right, you decide to do something now that's constructive. So he could say, listen, it's not constructive for me to check. He could understand, like Clint Eastwood said, a man got to know his limitations, right, in the movie. He could understand his limitations
He
and say,
has
listen.
no limitations.
Right. What?
He
You
has
said he had
no
limitations.
limitations. Listen to me.
You just said he had limitations. You said
No,
was
he
limited,
doesn't have
you know,
any limitations.
by his
He's a
recourse.
lame.
I mean, I'm trying to cut through a little bit of
LNS,
slack.
lame nigga syndrome. There is no
Right.
limitations to that.
So you saying that if he couldn't be coached, like, you know, I don't know, they got Kevin Samuels, whatever. Somebody couldn't have told him, like, listen, man, the way to handle that would have been, listen.
What do you mean? Do you think this is the first situation that has happened like this?
with,
No.
with this guy?
No, I guarantee this
I
has
don't
happened
know
before.
his story.
Guarantee this
Yeah,
has
yeah,
happened
but-
before.
He could tighten his shit up, though. I mean, like, moving
There
forward,
is no
he
tightening
doesn't
your
have
shit
to,
up, bro. It's too late for that. He's a terminal.
Okay.
He has terminal, chronic bitchitis.
Right.
There's no
like
cure
you
for
said,
that, bro.
It's a lot of guys that I think maybe if somebody coached them and told them,
Depending
listen,
on where
man,
they are, depending on their stages, yes. His
Right.
is terminal.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do for him.
Because young men, you know, I mean, you young, everybody been young.
He's not a
and made
young
mistakes
man, though.
with bitches.
He's a grown-ass man.
Well, what is he about? 30 years old, 35?
He's a grown-ass man with no monies, no dick
Right.
game. How you 30-something with no dick game?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to judge the man. I mean, obviously,
I will
something-
judge the man
something-
because I'm a doctor, so I can judge him. I can look at him and look at how his woman, quote unquote, is
Right.
behaving. Right? You don't have to be a doctor
Right.
to know somebody's profusely bleeding. Right? You don't have to be a doctor to know somebody needs a Band-Aid.
Right.
So you can judge
Yeah,
him too.
something- I mean, I'm saying, like, obviously she got with him for some reason, right? If he was that motherfucking bad, I'm sure she had other guys.
The reason why she got with him, based off my professional opinion, would probably be because he's safe.
He's safe?
He's not going anywhere.
Right. Oh, okay. So I see what you're saying. She
Sometimes
thought
what
he was a
happens,
safe
what a
bet.
lot of these women do, sometimes if they're not willing to submit, right? Because any real man's gonna have you submit. That's what's gonna happen. So
That's
if
what
they
I was
want to do
getting
their
at.
own
That's
thing,
what I was trying to get at.
so
Yeah.
but he's not a real man. That's what you have to understand. He is suffering from lame nigga syndrome. Okay, that precludes you from being a real man until he gets that fixed. Unfortunately, his shit is terminal. There is no fixing it. He's gonna die this way. R.I.P.
I mean,
It just is. I know. I know
think-
you want me to give you some good news. There's no good news here. Unfortunately, you just say your last words to Keke Palmer's boyfriend. All right,
Right.
just say your last words to him. Because what you have to understand is that she's on a different lifestyle. She's living differently. So she
Agreed.
needs somebody who's going to be able to handle that, or at least at bare minimum,
Right.
given that you have no leverage, not going to be
Right.
so sensitive.
Right. I agree with that. I agree. If you know how she getting down, if you know you fucking with a chick and she got, you know, she's moving like that,
Yeah.
you got to be able to, one, handle that and just be cool, go with the flow, right? Or, you know what I'm saying, you got to be able to check her, one or the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
if
and
not,
he
you gonna
can't
get,
do either. So it's game over for him.
Yeah, well, okay. In that situation, I guess so.
What do
right?
you mean?
Unless-
What do you
I
mean
would-
in that situation? In what situation?
I would give-
say he leaves. Who's gonna want him?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think he can reform himself. I don't know if he got the
It's gonna be
balls
one
to do
hell
it.
of a reformation. I'm talking about it's gonna have to be a Saul to Paul
No,
type
really?
of reformation. He's gonna have
It's
to get a
easy.
God shining his light in his car or in his bicycle,
No.
whatever he rides, and
No,
he changes his whole life. He's
No, it's
he's
easy.
radioactive right now, unfortunately.
I don't think so. I think all he had to do is keep it simple, right?
See, you keep
all
saying that. I notice
right
a lot
now,
of men who keep caping for lames, and I don't understand why.
I'm not caping for him.
You
I'm
are
just
caping
saying, like,
for him. Because you
I'm
keep
saying
on
for a
saying
young
all he has
man-
to do. He knows what he has to do. You don't think you're the first person that may have suggested, hey, listen, this is, maybe you should move a little differently. No, he's a grown-ass man. Stop
maybe
making
not.
excuses
maybe he
for
don't
grown-ass
really have
men.
people around him.
Stop
maybe he
making
don't really have no G's around
Whose
him
fault
to
is
tell him,
that?
like,
This is
yo,
a
listen.
grown-ass man we talking about. Sir, this is not a
mean-
12-year-old. This is not a teen. This is not an 18,
Right.
12, 15, 25. This is a fully grown-ass man with a baby.
Right.
Stop making excuses
That's
for
on-
grown-ass men. I don't make excuses for grown-ass men or grown-ass women. She gonna do what she gonna do.
but-
I don't have any problem with it.
True. I mean, I agree with that. If she gonna do what she got to do, you just got to know how to, how to
And
move
he doesn't.
in that situation.
And unfortunately,
And-
because he doesn't, and that's due to his terminal sickness, he's gonna have to find someone who's on his level. She's not on his level.
He can, if he handles this right, all he can do, let me put it like this, not all he has to do. All he can do now to show, to really redeem himself, to me, to get your fucking mind right, is leave. That's all you can do, is just pack your shit and leave.
He can leave
You know what
and
I'm saying?
he'll
And if
be
he-
homeless.
I mean, I'm sure he got family or whatever. Leave and go get your apartment. I mean, I'm sure this dude, when she met him,
Listen.
he didn't live with her.
Listen,
So,
I'm sure
if
he
he was-
probably did. Any man
I mean, he
into the
didn't- he
position
didn't pop
where
up in
now
her
you're at
house.
home with your son and you a house dad, yes. You
Right.
probably weren't doing
I mean,
anything to begin with, okay?
She ain't that like. I don't think that the guy had to have something going on.
No,
If
you
she's
have
a-
to. You're
she's
getting
an
once again. You're
actress, right?
caping, bro. You're caping. You giving him the benefit of the doubt. When someone
Because
shows
I don't
you
know,
that they
I don't
have
know his, I don't know his repertoire.
when they
Maybe
show,
it, but I don't know.
you don't need to know his
resume.
repertoire. For him to be in this predicament, that tells me everything I need to know about his past, and that tells me everything I need to know about his future. What are you talking about?
All right. I mean, I know. I mean, that's not. I mean, I understand we're making fun at a certain level.
I'm
but
not
we
making
don't know.
fun,
We don't-
sir. There's nothing funny about lame nigga syndrome. That's not funny, sir.
Right. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know this man's resume. You see what I'm saying? So if he's only been with her
Sir,
for a couple of years,
his
he
resume
was
is
living
right
somewhere.
in front of you.
Well, not really. That's not. I mean, I'm being seriously. I don't know. Like,
I'm being
he may
serious
have a
too.
degree.
What type of you? Okay, so let's check the multiverse. Is there
Okay.
any scenario where you wind up in the same predicament that this individual is in?
Not really. No.
Sir,
No.
then you are caping for this individual.
No.
Let this man die. He's not a man. Stop it. Stop. You're confusing
not
him.
caping
You're
for
confusing him for someone else.
I'm
You
not
said
caping for him,
yourself
Lucas.
there is no scenario where you wind up where he
Uh-huh.
is. You want to know why? I'm sure you already know the answer. Because you probably don't suffer from LNS.
Now
Right?
I would drop that bitch.
Right?
I
It
would've
is what
dropped
it is.
that bitch.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
He does not have your mindset. He is not built like you. He's not built like other men. He is a man in name only. Let him perish. What is wrong with
I
you?
hear you, but but I think people should learn from his mistakes, right?
Sir, he is a mistake.
Somebody-
There is no learning. If you are a mistake, you can't learn from something what you are. He is
Right.
inherently inferior to men like us. And I'm going to say men like me because you keep on caping for him. And I don't know why.
Right. I'm not caping for him. I just try to think that, like, you know what I mean, I'm an older guy, I'm not that, you know what I'm saying? So I know when I was young I made mistakes, right? So I'm thinking maybe this is just him, he
Sir,
really,
when
you
you
know
were
what I'm saying?
younger, you made
He's fucking
mistakes.
up.
That's understandable, right? But as a
Yeah.
man, you learn from those mistakes, right?
Fuck yeah.
So when you don't learn from those mistakes, you then become a mistake. That is
right.
what he
so
is
we gotta
right
wait
now.
and see. Let's
He-
wait and see.
He has terminal LNS, lame ninja syndrome. It is what it is.
So you don't think? What about what he does next? Do
No,
you
sir,
think that
there
would
is nothing
determine-
what he does next. He's not going to
Really?
do anything
Sir?
next. You
I mean,
keep on
what-
treating
what
him
it-
like he's you, like he's part of the family. He's not part of the family. This is an outcast, sir. You keep on thinking like how you would do it. Well, after this, I'd probably build
Right.
myself up, make some connects, make some calls, get some
Exactly.
shit popping. That is not
Start
him.
grinding, right?
You are treating
Yeah.
a sock like it's a lion. Sir, it's a sock.
Right.
Why do you keep acting like the sock is gonna grow legs and start barking at you? It's not. It's a sock.
Like I said, I just don't. I don't know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't
Sir,
know the guy's
it's a sock
repertoire.
though. You keep on poking the
Yeah,
sock like it's gonna bite you. It's not gonna do that, bro.
He's fucked up. I give him that. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully, you know what I mean? It ain't
There you
over
go.
for the young cat.
Hopefully, sir, I want you to go into your room, look at a sock, and then say, hopefully this sock will turn into a Ferrari. That's what I want you to do. Because that's the equivalent of what you're saying right now with this individual. Hopefully, he speaks to someone and gets his stuff. He's a sock, sir. It's no fault of us. We didn't make him a sock. I didn't make him a sock. Did you make him a sock? I make him a sock. It is what it is.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully, like
there we go again. We'll see.
We'll see.
Oh my God. Okay, bro. We'll see. Hopefully your sock turns into a Ferrari or $1 million, bro. Hopefully. Let me know when it does.
So, hey, listen, let me ask you one more thing, man. Let me ask you a question. So, I was going back and forth with someone else about this, and they said, well, if he's complaining about his, her, wearing these, revealing outfits, and everybody's complaining about it, but Beyonce does it all the time, and Jay-Z doesn't complain about it. Right, the chick, she was saying that, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was like, so, it shouldn't be, women, should be able to do whatever they want, and, why?
No, it's not about doing whatever she wants. Beyonce, from my understanding,
what do you think the contrast is between that?
When Beyonce wears those outfits, from my understanding, she's not going to an Usher concert, right? She's usually performing.
Right.
That's her job.
Right. True that.
Is she giving any play to anyone in the audience besides maybe a look or something?
No.
So JC doesn't have to worry about anything. Just like you as a man or me as a man, I don't have to worry about anything.
Oh, hell no.
Because we have it on lock. That's why. We have it on lock we have various locks on it, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's a money lock, dick lock, mind lock,
exactly.
There's various locks on it. So if you're trying to get into that safe, if you're trying to get at my girl, good luck, because you're going to have to be one hell of a freaking locksmith.
Right. I got you. Hey, I thought that was interesting that they brought up that, right? But that's a good point. That's a good point as far as the difference between, contrast between, somebody like Beyonce.
You know damn well there are men out there that could put their woman, not that they would, but they could if they wanted to, put their woman in the same dress that Keke Palmer was, and he wouldn't even, he would go home, sleep, playing video games or watching TV. Wouldn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Because he knows she's not going to do not a damn thing with anyone else. She may tease, she may flirt, but nothing's happening. She's going to come home back to daddy while all these lames have blue balls. That's what's going to happen.
But would you approve if it was your girl, right? Or your wife, let's say your wife, if you had a wife, like Ciara, right? Ciara and Russell Wilson. She wore the same type of outfit to the show, right? Would you approve of your wife going out with that kind of shit?
Me personally, no.
Outfit on?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
But if Russell Wilson approves, then it is what it is.
I was wondering if you draw the line anywhere.
It depends on the context, right? If we looking good, right? She got a body, I got a body, and we want to do a little fun, show out a little bit. We can show out together. She can show off her assets. I'll show off my assets. Maybe a Halloween party or something like that. Fine.
Right. But but just like
But I'm gonna go out expecting. Obviously, if you got something bad, then you already know what you have. You're gonna expect dudes to act a certain way. And she's going to expect women to act a certain way with you. So it's a certain understanding that, hey, we're a part of a certain exclusive family that everyone else wants to be a part of.
As far as like, I guess,
there are women who are going to want me, and there are men who are going to want her.
Right. With Russell Wilson and Ciara, right.
It is what it is.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I just don't. I personally, I don't agree with it. Like, I would check my bitch. If she gonna put some shit like that on, I'd be like, yeah, no.
Absolutely. In some cases, you have to do that, and she has to respect enough as you as a man and what your role is to her and her life to respect that decision.
Exactly.
It is what it. But that's how that works. So you have to understand. There's some men out there with LNS who have never experienced that. They've never experienced
Yeah,
that. They believe. I had one dude tell me, "You don't know what you're talking about, because eventually a woman's going to disrespect you in a relationship." I'm like, bro, you snitching on yourself. That lets me know your game is weak.
Right. Right. And that's easy to counter, because if she ever decides that she want to get out of line, cut her ass off.
But you have to understand.
That's it.
You have to understand a woman like that. Most men are going to vet. Well, most men of a certain caliber are going to vet a woman, so they don't even have to deal with that in the long run.
Right. Right. Yeah. You should vet a woman, and you guys stay on.
It would be tantamount to of your woman. Your woman, you talking about, hey, I want to go out with a wig and some makeup on. Now, is there ever, if I were to ask your woman, hey, is there ever a scenario where your dude may want to go out in a mini skirt and some lipstick with a wig on, to hang out with the boys or as a joke or something? What would she say?
I'm assuming she would say, fuck no.
Okay.
It's a weird old shit.
Right? I would hope she would say no, right? That's because she knows
some weird old shit. Like, what are you doing?
There you go. She knows you. And the same thing goes for your woman, right? There are certain things your woman wouldn't do.
No, she ain't gonna cross the line, because she already know that I'm gonna go off.
We understand that because we may be a part of the same family. There are dudes out there with LNS. This is Spanish to them. Not even Spanish. It's Japanese to them.
But I listened to this podcast earlier where this guy was saying, I forgot his name, Passport OG. I was listening to him, and he talked about this situation. And he was like, yo, a lot of dudes, they haven't worked on the proper response to women. You know what I mean? Like, when they fucking with a chick and she a little baddie like Keke, they haven't been able to develop the ability to just to walk away. You know what I mean? Like, they get weak.
Can't,
you know what I mean?
Because they're dating, because they're with a woman outside of their family. If I give you access to a multi-million-dollar home, let's say for a few months, getting you out of that multi-million-dollar home and back to, whatever, a one-bedroom apartment, or God forbid, a studio or whatever it is, that's going to be pretty hard. So if I give you some options, well, you can live here, but you got to do this, this, and this. There's a chance you'll probably take that. Okay, what do I got to do? Because you get comfortable. You get used to that certain lifestyle.
Right.
So that's the problem, which is why I say family should get with family. Now, anyone who's a part of the family can see when there's a mixed match. Now, that mixed match, in some cases, can be favorable to one person, and usually is.
Right.
Because they know, hey, that dude should not ever be with a woman like that. Or that woman should never be with a dude like that.
Right. She has a lot of leverage. That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
She got money, fame. She's an actress. She's famous. Yeah. So, I mean, but you know what I'm saying? I guess.
So it is what it is. And what she said, she wanted something simple. He's as simple as it gets.
But yeah,
he will be used for the time being, right? Which is what he was done. It's the same thing men do. Used for the time being. And then when you give any lip, you're discarded. You're cast back into your group.
To your group, yeah, facts. I see what you're saying now on that level, though. Yeah. You kind of won me over to that side. Like, yeah, sometimes you gotta stay in your lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It just is what it is. It's like, yo, you're definitely not in your lane, and it's eventually gonna happen, where you're gonna have to get back into your lane. I know you may not want to. You may fight, and there's been women and men who have done crazy concessions, right? There have been women who would be like, you're going to do all of that? But she knows she got something good that she should not be with because it's not part of her family. Or he's got something good that he shouldn't be with because it's definitely not part of his family. So he'll make a crazy bunch of concessions to remain in that $1 million house.
So you're saying basically in a situation like that, he's going to have to bow down, I guess, to the mistreatment.
Yes, that's the only thing that's the only option he has available.
Wow. Yeah, in that case, he put himself in a bad spot.
Right, because he didn't do anything. He didn't make his own money from her. He didn't upgrade himself while he was with her. He didn't use any of his contacts to make himself a name or whatnot. Clearly you didn't, because everyone's referring to you as Keke Palmer's boyfriend. Right? So you're really a goofy. Like I said, he has terminal LNS Because any man like us, right?
Yeah.
If we were in that position, guess what? They would know who we were. I would have a name, a business, a show, just like her.
Right. I'm a manager.
There you go.
Like, yeah, I'm a manager. She cut me a salary. Or
There you go.
You know what I mean?
But we already know, right? We already know this. That's why she wouldn't get with us. She wanted a lane. She went to the hospital. She went to the area where people were terminally ill and was like, you, Darius.
Yeah. So she go. I mean, I guess on this, that shit ain't gonna work for him. What's gonna probably happen? Yeah, he's gonna be out, and then she gonna probably have to get with somebody
He's
on her
gonna
level.
disappear
That's really
into the ether.
Yeah, facts, right. Anyway, but yeah, you're right, Lucas. You kind of won me over on a couple of them points, so I got, I salute you, and I'm gonna land my plane.
All right, man. You take care. Stay safe. I don't know what it is. When they have terminal LNS, bro, there's nothing you can do for them. You can advise them. You can suggest. You can recommend. There's nothing you can do. Say your goodbyes. Say your goodbyes to Keke Palmer's boyfriend. Just is what it is. 513, you're on the line. What's the disagreement?
How you doing, Lucas?
I'm doing.
All right. Hey, just a question here. And I do have a disagreement. But did you see the shooting that happened on July 4th? The celebration that happened?
No, what shooting?
It was in Philadelphia. There was a BLM activist / trans activist that shot and killed several people.
No.
All right. Well, can you please do a video on that?
What about it? What's the hook?
So, well, actually, I wanted to see if you were actually educated on it, because obviously the Capitol riot killed 5 people, right? I mean, I wanted to see, the difference put on side by side.
I don't know. What's the hook?
So I mean, I've seen you do videos on the Capitol riot, and there was much more damage.
Listen to what I'm saying. What's the hook? What makes this shooting special than any other shooting?
It is all right. It's the motive behind it.
What was the motive behind it?
Agenda and a BLM agenda.
What was the motive behind it, and how do we know it was a BLM agenda?
Well, because they targeted people celebrating America.
So we don't know. What you're doing is speculating.
that's what it was, man. It was
wait.
Motive,
I'm asking you. How do you
motive.
know? And you gave me because they are targeting people celebrating.
If a racist white guy shot up a Juneteenth parade,
that's
wouldn't that
what
be
I
obvious
thought, bro.
why he
What
did
you're
that?
trying to do. So this is called editorialization, right? You're presenting your own bias onto a story and presenting it as facts.
Well,
take care, buddy. Ain't got time for that. Anytime I hear someone says it was a BLM shooting, sir, what I could do a story on is the crazy white dude that went to Obama's place trying to kill him. That's what I could do a story on. Okay? I should have asked him, do you know about that story, the crazy white man? Because Trump gave somebody his ignorant, low IQ base Trump's address when the crazy white men actually went there. I could do a story on that. And that's no editorialization. Lord in heaven. Anyways. 281, you're on the line. What's the disagreement? Tell me why.
Lucas, what's up, brother?
What's going on?
How you doing, man? I think I have a disagreement with you, brother.
What's a disagreement?
So, this is lethal, by the way. I wanted to talk about the Keke Palmer thing, and I wanted to ask you this. What is before I disagree with you, what is your premise? Like, what should the brother have done other than the fact that he went to social media, which
nothing.
I think was completely...
The brother could do nothing because the brother suffers from LNS syndrome.
Okay, now I heard you say that, but let's take it off of him. Hypothetically speaking...
There is no taking off of him. The reason why is because he is the man.
No, wait, hold on. But wait, if you're saying that he did something wrong...
I'm not saying he did anything wrong. He did what he was supposed to do, and she did what she was supposed to do. Lames are going to do lame shit.
No, so what's lame about what his woman did? How is he lame for what his woman did? Hello?
How is he lame for what his woman did? He's not lame for what
Yes.
his woman did. His lameness is in his reaction to what his woman did.
So he did something wrong then. So what did he do wrong?
No, what I mean by him doing something wrong, he didn't do anything wrong because that's what he's supposed to do, right? A lion is supposed to eat the zebra.
His reaction. You said his reaction. So what was his reaction?
Let me see if I can contextualize this, right? So when I say that's sad, when I see a lion eat the zebra, that's messed up. I'm not as far as maligning the lion. The lion's supposed to eat the zebra. That's what's supposed to happen. So when I say he's a lame for doing what he's supposed to do, that's really not a personal attack on him. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing as a lame. Now, the reason why I say it's a lame, because as a man's perspective, right, that's not how that situation would have been handled or should have been handled.
So that goes back to my initial question to you: is what should he have done? What would you have done? How about that?
What I would have done, or what a man would have done, sure. What he should have done is nothing, because there's nothing I could tell him that would change who he is. There's nothing I can tell the lion. I can tell the lion, hey, don't eat the zebra. You shouldn't do that. That's messed up. But the lion's going to do that because that's what the lion is. So what a man would have done, first off, he would have known what he was with. Keke Palmer. That's first off.
Sock.
And understand what that entails. Secondly, it's Usher. I don't care what girl you are, how enthralled she is with you, there are certain celebrities that can have that effect on women. Just by the same, inverse, there are certain celebrities that can have that effect on men. If Beyonce were to come up to me, I don't care who I was with. I'm gonna say, hey, what's up, Beyonce? I'm gonna sing with her as well. Okay, maybe flex the pecs a little bit, but at the end of the day, I know, and my woman knows that I'm going home with her. So there's no conflict of interest. There is no threat there. The problem is that how he responded shows that he doesn't have it down. He doesn't have it on lock at home. Now, what a man would do upon this video coming out, there's no threat with Usher. He understands she's just having a fun time. She's with the girls, right? She's gonna come back to you. There's nothing to deal with. If anything, you probably would have put something, a little sarcastic spin on there, something jokey, like, hey, you think she looks good in that? You should see her naked, or you should see her coming out the shower, or you should see her ... never mind, smiley face. You laugh it off because there's nothing there. There's no big commotion about this.
Oh, so you feel like Keke Palmer did nothing wrong?
She did what she's supposed to do.
No, don't answer like a politician. I'm gonna ask you. Don't answer like an LGBT
No, she did absolutely
activist.
nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing.
So you're saying, okay, fair enough, because I mean everybody has different relationships, right? Let me just ask you this, because I don't want to hold up your line, because I wanted to bring this to you. This is what I vehemently disagree with. When you said Keke Palmer's a sock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I might agree with that because I've already done some videos on Keke. She's very questionable, to say the least. Now, what would you say about Ayesha Curry? Is Ayesha Curry a well-known sock?
I don't know anything about Ayesha Curry.
Okay, well, considering if we're using people as prototypes, because if you know things about Keke Palmer, and we don't know her personally, so we're using people as prototypes.
Well, the reason why I can, as far as speculate off of what Keke Palmer is based off of her behavior patterns, the way she dresses,
right.
the way she acts.
So would you say now somebody like I'll use two people and this is a very strong point.
Mm-hmm.
Tia Mowry, who just recently divorced from her husband. I'm pretty sure you've seen her acting a fool on TikTok, doing these discombobulated ass twerks. She's all over TikTok, embarrassing herself, embarrassing her kids, embarrassing her husband, right?
Mm-hmm.
Up until she started doing this, America would have said Tia is a perfect wife.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go even further. We have Ayesha Curry, who would also be considered, up until her recent antics, a perfect wife. Another one, Jada Pinkett Smith. Up until what's the man's name? J. Cole made a song about.
I hear what you're saying.
Jada
I think the issue is as far as the difference between their image and who they are. Because a sock will always be a sock.
No, but okay, so this is, I think we talked about it before. You talked about vetting. And my thing is this, that I really want to introduce this to you. There is no way and I really want to stress this to you. There's no way to vet, as we're trying to present that argument. That is a fallacy to think that you can vet a human being to know what they're going to do in the future, or the most you can do is come up with a statistic or a percentage that they might not switch up. And that's why I'm bringing up Aisha Curry.
Well, sure, you may not know 100%, but as far as all these women you listed, I don't know them personally. So if their image had been...
But we know... Okay,
let's say their image was pristine this entire time. And then they started doing TikToks and stuff like that. There's a very, I would say 99.9% chance that they were doing that anyway. It just wasn't out in the media. It just wasn't out in the spotlight. That's all.
Lucas,
that's the whole point of PR, right? You want to have a good public relation manager who may cut off certain stories or certain pictures or certain videos or certain activities that you do behind closed doors.
Lucas, you have to know that 90% of divorces, especially when they have a college degree, you're talking about vetting. The women who have college degrees are 90% of the ones who file for divorce. We know
that
this.
Doesn't mean anything to me unless we go into
that
the
means
reasons.
Everything.
No. Unless we go into the reasons why they file for divorce. Now,
no. Those don't matter, because if you're talking about
wait. How does it not matter? You can't judge an entire. You can't extrapolate an entire narrative off of one data point. Is the fact that they're educated.
Well, no. What I'm saying is this: even 7 out of 10 divorces are filed by women. If they have a college degree, it goes to 90%. And when you look into the data, 50% of those divorces are chalked up to irreconcilable differences. Irreconcilable, whatever, however the fuck you say that word. In other words, they're not happy. So what I'm telling you, Lucas,
that's not entirely true.
No, Lucas, you're doing a disservice to men when you come out and put the onus on us to check.
It will always
be
the onus will always be on us because
Lucas,
we are men.
You sound like Dr. Umar, Lucas.
We are the onus will always be on us because we are men. If you chose wrongly, if you chose poorly, that's on you. So if it takes a few years to vet a woman to make sure that you are comfortable, right, with the probability, because we don't know 100% for certain if she'll switch up, but that's highly unlikely. But we take certain calculated and educated risks as a man. We do this every day. That's a part of being a man. So if you need a little more time to vet her before you put a ring on it, take that time. Nobody's stopping you.
Okay, now once we vet her, I'm gonna ask you this. Can a black man check his woman in America in 2023? Can a black man check his woman? Is a black man allowed to check his woman?
Yes, a black man is allowed to check his woman in 2023. But the higher level to that, the Super Saiyan level, is that he wouldn't have to check her because she would check herself. She'd be like, you know what? What am I doing? I'm acting out of character. This is not me.
Come on, Lucas. You can't be listening to yourself right now.
I am, and I've experienced this. There's certain times I don't even need to check a woman because she knows what she did is out of character, or she knows what she did is out of line. And out of respect for her and her respect for me, she checks herself.
Lucas, do you have friends? I know that you don't have kids, but if you talk to any of your friends that have kids, you'll know that women, when a kid is involved, let's talk about women with kids. A woman,
certain women, yes, I don't agree. There are certain women who may act like you're about to say, 100%. I don't disagree with you. But you have to, by that same logic, you have to understand there are certain women who won't act like that when they have a child.
Okay, so let's talk percentages. What percentage of women are the ones that never need to be checked?
I would say it's a very slim percentage, but that's how it works. That's simple economics, right? Price and demand. Because these women are so valuable, and because some of these men are so valuable, yes, there are going to be a limited supply because everyone wants them. So the more prerequisites you have, yes, a limited bar of entry.
Okay, so using that logic, I'll go with that. So then we're telling men that there's only a very small percentage of women that you should have kids with.
No, because that depends on what the man wants, right? Not every man wants what I want, or not every man wants, what the next man wants. That's heavily dependent on what the man wants. But he has to understand the more prerequisites you have for your woman, the more limited supply it is. That's just how price and demand works. The more exquisite the diamond, right? the higher the price and the limited it is.
Okay, I'm not going to try to change your mind. All I will say is this, because I don't want to keep up the chat. Shout out to the chat. I'm going to go back in the chat. But I want to say this, Lucas. I want to put a seed in your mind to think about from a perspective of a black man. We talk about black American FBA and all this. A black man in America, Lucas, that is under the systematic enforcement of the ideologies of white supremacy, Lucas, and the woman already of any race is already filing divorce at a 70 to 90% rate. So what that means, Lucas, is that...
that doesn't mean anything because I know the devil's in the details, right? So unless those are first-time marriages, right? Because we also understand that marriages early on, you have to take in the age range. When are they getting married? Are these first-time marriages, right? So there's is there the financial status behind it? There's a variety of variables that go into the data instead of just, simplifying and diluting it to 50% or 30% of women get divorces and because they're college educated.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Is it anywhere close to 50-50? Do you think that 50%, nearly 50% of men are filing for divorce? Is that what you're submitting to us?
I don't know as far as what percentage of men are filing for divorces. But also at the same time, what man do you know is filing for divorce? In many cases, the man has a lot to lose for divorce, so it doesn't even matter if they're in a horrible situation. They're probably not going to file anyway.
Exactly. So now that you know that,
that's not a reflection. But that's not a reflection on how many men want to file for divorce, or how many men should file for divorce.
No. What I'm saying is this, Lucas. I'm saying that what Keke Palmer did. Let's just say the man said, "You know what? That's unacceptable." Because a lot of people in the chat
he's
said,
in no position to say that, though.
No. What do you mean he's in no position?
He's in no position to say that. He's a stay-at-home dad with no income.
Lucas.
He has no leverage over what she does and what she doesn't do. All he has is a baby with her. That's it.
Lucas, how many women make less than their man and take him to court? Dr. Dre's wife, Jeff Bezos' wife. Are you serious, Lucas?
If we're gonna use Dr. Dre's wife and Jeff Bezos' wife, that's not really an accurate reflection of the men in the dating pool.
You're saying that Keke Palmer's boyfriend has no leverage because he doesn't make as much money, and in
no,
that
I'm
case,
not saying as far as that's only one aspect. He has no leverage
the only
whatsoever.
Aspect.
No, he has no leverage whatsoever.
If Keke Palmer's boyfriend was Cam Newton or Russell Wilson or anybody in the NFL, he would have the same leverage or more leverage, but he wouldn't.
No,
because
he
he's
wouldn't.
A woman,
and we've seen
Lucas.
that before because these women will just go to another man who makes that or makes more.
Lucas, you're getting these women off the hook. What you're doing, you have too much.
No, I understand what these women are. I would never put a ring on Keke Palmer, and nor would I ever have a child by her. But I would know how to handle her.
You're not holding women accountable. Women are being put in a position.
Because you have to understand, some women, it's not your job to hold them accountable. If she is going to be a sock, let her be a sock. Let the lion eat the zebra, and let the zebra get eaten by the lion. That has nothing to do with me, pimpin'. It's not my job to hold the hoe accountable. Let her be a hoe. That's her job on God's earth, to be a hoe and to service men. Just like there's men out there, that's their job, to be a hoe and to service women. Let them do what they're supposed to do. I'm not part of that family.
Lucas, the black man is being eaten alive by the black woman right now. Lucas, you're talking about some
black men are, and some black women are eating them. But here's the thing: hold on.
Lucas,
are you gonna be eaten alive?
Every black man is being eaten alive by the black woman right now.
Are you being eaten alive though?
Yes, I am, Lucas, and you are too.
I'm not being eaten alive by any black woman.
Lucas, your masculinity is being eaten alive right now by the woman, Lucas. Our masculinity.
No black woman or white woman or Asian woman has any impact on my masculinity as a man.
They do, because you right now cannot go out bashing heads like Genghis Khan, because the fucking.
Why would I want to go out bashing heads like Genghis Khan? I got Wi-Fi.
Because that's part of masculinity.
Bashing heads like Genghis Khan?
Yes, that's part of masculinity.
Well, I don't want any. Well, then I want a different version of masculinity if that's part of masculinity.
I don't know how you you forgot it. You're so disconnected that
why would I want to
bash
heads? That's a waste of time for me.
Lucas, if somebody breaks into your house, you gotta bash their head.
Okay,
Lucas.
but hold up. Then you have to apply context, bro. Genghis Khan wasn't breaking heads because somebody broke into his house. He was a conqueror.
But regardless of the reason why you're doing it, it's part of the listen. Let me.
Bro, I don't think any man has a problem with protecting what he finds valuable.
We're veering off the point. What I'm saying is this. The Keke Palmer situation is a perfect example for what's happening in America and in particular the black community. And so when a black man comes out, whether he got on social media and told her or he told her in her ear, you got a lot of black women who
because he's not in a position to do so.
Lucas, fuck that man. Fuck that man. He's a lame, okay, but I'm talking about men who have children.
Men
and
like
are not
him who
allowed...
have children aren't in a position to do so either.
Lucas, any man, there's no man that can write.
What do you mean? No, any man like that who is in that position has no leverage.
Bringing him up? Don't talk about him anymore. Talk about a black man with a child who wants to check his woman. Because believe it or not, you're gonna have to check the bitch.
Sure, Lucas. But then get with a woman who's checkable. You chose to get with a woman who wouldn't allow you to check them.
Checkable. You just said a black woman that's checkable. Nigga, that's like finding a unicorn. Are you
Well,
serious?
congratulations. Enjoy your search. I didn't say it. Listen, that's the whole point that I'm making, right? The more something is valuable, the harder it is going to be to find it. A lot of those women usually already have men. And in some cases, they already have rings on it. So your job is going to be I'm not saying it's going to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would have a good woman. But that's not the case. Just like a good man, right? If you a good man, a lot of women want that. The shitty women want that. The good women want that. The lame women want that. But you, as a good man, you probably only filter out certain women who you find acceptable to your lifestyle and what you want them to do, right? That fit into your world. You can't say you can't do anything about the other women out there.
Okay, let's say this. Do you hold any reservation for the happening, the experience that maybe this woman that you vetted for 7 years before you married her, and then she was checkable? Do you hold any reservation for the idea that she might do something that needs checking, right? And when I say checking,
100%.
Let me define that, because some people in the chat are dumb as fuck talking about what does it mean to check. Meaning when you go to go somewhere with your bare ass out,
it just means the correct course. That's all that means. Just something that's unacceptable in your lifestyle or in your relationship. That's all.
Okay, now Lucas, let me ask you this: what happens if I go to address that woman, not abuse her or nothing, address my woman about it, and she says, you know what? You're oppressing me, like the women on social media are saying. You're oppressing me. You know what? I want a divorce. What do I do then, Lucas, when I have a child with this woman and now she's able to divorce me on the grounds of irreconcilable differences, Lucas? Tell me what I do then, sir.
Well, I think it's your job as a man to notice that change, because I'm unaware of the
Did
probability.
You hear my question, sir?
Well, here's the thing. I'm unaware of the probability of a woman being an amazing woman.
Forget probability. No. Forget probability. I gave you the exact scenario. I said if I go to check my woman for showing her bare ass at the Usher concert, and she says, you know what? I feel like you're oppressing me and I want a divorce, and I'm taking the kids and you can have them once every other weekend, because that's how they do it in America. What do I do then, Lucas?
I understand.
I want some advice.
So if you chose wrong, then there's nothing you can do in that scenario. You're gonna have to deal with the scenario that's been presented to you.
That has nothing. See, what you just did was a matrix answer. You just gave me a matrix answer.
Well, we have to. The reason why I give that answer is because we have to take into context, right? You're giving me the hypothetical that this woman was an amazing woman.
You're so smart with me, Lucas. Talk to me like a third grader. Stop with the context.
Okay, so what you're doing, you're giving me an unfair example. You're giving me a very, very specific example, which doesn't have any impact in the real world.
It's realistic. Okay.
It's not realistic. But the reason why I don't think it's realistic or highly unlikely, I'll say highly unlikely, is that I'm unaware of a woman who's been an amazing woman for 7 years, right? An amazing woman, you've checked her before, or she takes, listens to you, respects you as a man, and then out of nowhere, She just says, hey, I think you're being oppressive to me and I want a divorce.
It doesn't need to be out of nowhere. Don't you know about peer pressure? Don't you know about WAP and Cardi B? And women can be influenced to do a lot of things, Lucas.
So that's a reflection of the woman that you're with. If you're with a woman who is influenced by Cardi B and the WAP, well, then you probably didn't choose white, right?
No. But you're literally. I feel like you're willingly missing my point. I'm saying that, however the likelihood of it, I'm saying even if it's a small percentage of a possibility, 1/10 of a percentage, that there is a righteous man who picked the right woman.
And for whatever reason, she flips the script.
She says, I want a divorce, Lucas, and I'm telling you that she's emboldened to do that now in 2023.
Okay, so in that case, what I would probably... I understand, given the peer pressure and the external forces of Cardi B and what's going on, everything, and probably her friends or you know, friends of friends, whatever, or something she's heard. Then what you're going to have to do...
She's not happy anymore.
You're going to have to regroup. You're going to have to listen. You're going to ask her as far as why she's not happy anymore, because chances are this has been going on. She's been having this feeling for quite some time. She's just suppressed it. So we're going to have to find out where we're lacking, or where she believes that we're lacking, and understand her perspective of where it's from. Because in some cases, it's usually simple with women. Oh, you just don't listen to me like you used to, or you don't blah, blah, blah. And if it's something that it can be changed or you can fix on your end, then fine. If maybe in some cases there's probably a chemical imbalance or something, you know, some issues going on with her that has nothing to do with you, but she's projecting it onto you because you're the easiest target. And she can take control of her life, right? A divorce, she can initiate a divorce. At her job or with friends or something like that, she may not have control over that. So in some cases, what many people do is they take certain actions where it empowers them. It may not be the right choice, but there's degrees to this, and you have to understand with your woman and how much you know of her, where she may have been led astray, and then bring her back on path.
And okay, and again,
that's going to take time, depending on how bad the situation is. Take therapy, counseling, all of that.
I agree with all that, and I feel like maybe we veered off, and I want to end with this. I love this show. I love this show.
I always love to call it, bro.
Of course, I just, and I always get passionate. That's just me. That's why I got kicked out of school anyway. But yeah. So I just wanted to again throw it up in the air. Just for you to maybe think about later.
I agree with you holding women accountable, but the only women I can hold accountable are the women who complain. Those are the only women that I can hold accountable, right? Because let's say she's with you and she's acting a fool, and then because of her acting a fool, you distance yourself, and then she goes and complains, I can't find a good man, my man is nowhere to be found, blah blah blah. Then we can attack that because you wanted something, but you're behaving in a manner that's completely uncharacteristic for what you want. So it's like those women who want to be, I'm a free spirit, I'm this, and I can't find a man. Well, the type of man you want, you don't qualify for. So you need to fix yourself.
Okay. Now, and again, that's why Kevin Samuels was famous for exposing that whole.
But Keke's not saying that. Most of these women aren't saying that.
No.
They out there living their lives.
What I'm saying is this, and I think, you know what, I think before I end, my main point was this. I think this is why I got so riled up, because I'm personally invested in this. I have kids, and I'm seeing how the family courts and stuff do this. People are not seeing with this whole Keke Palmer story, and I don't think I've heard you talk about it either. What about the kids?
What about the kids?
Has anybody stopped to think about the son in this situation? Because whether you want to admit it or not, this shit has social media all in a frenzy. And people say social media isn't real, but those are real people with real kids and stuff.
I agree.
So what I'm saying is this.
The impact social media has is going to be as far as how people view as far as what transpired, right? As far as what went down. If they view it in a positive light, then it's not going to have any negative impact on the kids.
But what I'm saying about in a situation like this, let's say they break up over this, right? Because at this point, it's a power dynamic. Whether anybody wants to believe it or not, it's who has the power. What I'm trying to tell you, Lucas, is that men are not are no longer have the authority to tell their women anything. Now, that's not to say that I can't tell my woman anything. My woman listens to me. My woman's laying here right now, literally on her tablet right now, and I told her everything. I'm screaming at her and everything. Shit. Somebody call her a pick-me, whatever you want to call her, but she's right here. What I'm saying is this: men are not allowed to check their women.
But I don't understand how you can say that when you're doing it. So do you think you're special?
No. I'm doing it because, listen, what I'm telling you, I have an understanding with this woman. But at the same time...
I understand. So do you think you're special? So what are you doing that most men can't do or are incapable of doing?
Well, because I'm going to tell you like this. And I'm going to tell you like this with her right here. If we have a kid, and I've told her this before, if we have a kid, I'm not sure that she won't switch up. I'm not sure about that. Because there's too many external factors that allow women to switch up. Now, yes, Keke Palmer, she dated a white boy and she was doing some lesbian shit and she promotes the LGBT community.
So what makes you special? Because it sounds like you're saying you're special. Because you're doing what most men wouldn't be able to do. Even you telling your woman that, right? Would you say that most men would be able to tell their woman that?
I would say based off of, well, again, I really don't know how other men.
Probably not if they can't even check the woman.
Hold on, Lucas. Let me reframe. Yes, I think I'm a special nigga. I do think I'm a special nigga.
Okay, then I'm a special nigga too. Welcome to the club. Fuck everyone else. What you worried about non-special niggas, bro? We can fly. Let them niggas take the bus, bruh. We in the sky, bro. What you worried about them taking the bus and on the bicycles? We special, bro. Let's fly.
The family. Okay, look, Lucas.
No, there is no family. They not a part of the family because they can't fly, bro. They can't do what you and me do. Fuck them.
But Lucas, let me tell you like this though, and I have to tell you though, I have kids, and I have now. You can say it's my fault because for whatever reason, but I have this is not with my girl, but I have baby mama drama. I've been a dad since I was 19. So this is why I'm talking about the kids, because regardless of, let's ride out. Fuck
but
that
you
bitch.
handle it. You're handling it though, aren't you?
No. What I'm saying, but guess what? The family court's whooping my ass. Hell no, I'm not.
I understand. I don't disagree with you.
The family court.
I 100% I understand the family courts.
Right now.
I have one of the members who are going through all of that. Yeah, it's not a game there. It's not a game there at all.
So what I'm trying to tell you is this Keke Palmer situation is a microcosm of a larger issue that is speaking to the lack of authority of men. Yes, that nigga's lame, first of all, because he went on social media. But my point is, men are... Every day we're losing our authority in the household. Don't you know that? Like, you're telling me that there's just a bunch of black men out here that can just stomp their foot down in the house. No.
They can with the right woman.
Lucas, women are put in positions to make more money than us. Women are put in positions to have more opportunities than us.
And some women don't care about that. Some women will help you level up while they level up. Why do you want everyone else? I don't want everyone else. I want those women.
No, because when we're talking about the black community, we need to speak about
I'm sorry. I don't want lame ninjas reproducing. It's just I don't want that happening. So if these lames can't find a woman, good. If these socks can't find a man, good. That's awesome. I want the creme de la creme to represent the community and for them to reproduce so we can change have a course correction. That's great. We flying, bro.
I mean,
stop worrying about them on the streets.
I mean,
they can fly too if they want to.
Lucas, man.
You can't save everyone, my guy. You can't save everyone. Someone's gonna have to perish in the fire.
Lucas, I feel you, man. I just want you to think about the family courts, man.
Oh, I already know about the family courts. I already know that's nonsense. 100% that's nonsense. And any good woman who, as far as if they switch up, I know there's nothing I can do about that. No matter how much of a man I am and masculine and all that, I know because that has to do with the government. That has to do with the state.
That's
So-
all I wanted you to. That's all I wanted you to see.
I know that, though.
or at least admit. And
Yeah,
no, but
there's
it
nothing
didn't
wrong with
sound like
admitting
it-
that. Of course I know that. We're always going to
It
be at a
doesn't sound like
disservice or a disadvantage when it comes to certain scenarios like that. Yeah.
Because you're like, well, pick the right woman. Pick
We're
the
at
right
a
woman. I'm like,
disadvantage when it comes to as far as being a father or not. We don't get to choose to
But
be a
you-
father. She can abort it or
So
keep
why do
it.
you-
But
so why do you
but
keep
as a
saying
man,
pick
you
the
know
right
that, and
woman,
I know
Lucas?
that. We already know our disadvantages, but we also know our strengths.
But why do you keep saying pick the right woman? That's what I'm saying.
Because the reason why you have to
keep saying
pick the
that?
right
Who
woman
is
is
the right
because of those
woman?
disadvantages. Because those disadvantages can be astronomical in the wrong woman's hands. The wrong woman who knows that if they go to family court, they can drag you through the fucking mud, that what you have to lose is astronomical. That's why, even if you do pick the right woman, and she does take you to family court, if she has some sense about her, she's not going to do you like someone who is out for blood. So it mitigates the harm that could possibly be endured to you. That's why.
I feel you, man. You just got to tell us how to pick the right woman. Who's the right woman? That's all I want.
That's heavily
How
dependent
do
on what
you
you're
know
looking
that?
for, right? That's the age-old question. That's
that's
heavily dependent on what you
blanket.
want as a
It's
man.
blanket, right?
Because what I want as a man may be different from you. I like Spider-Man. If you don't like Spider-Man, you're not gonna like me. I like nerd shit. I like going to Comic-Cons and stuff like that. If you despise that, you're not gonna want me. That's probably not what you care about in a woman. Now, do I think there's some universal truths to what makes a good woman? 100%. And that's what I'm working on. But yeah, it really depends on what you want as a man. You can't complain what you put on your plate. It's a buffet.
Right.
Now,
I
it's not a
feel that.
buffet for everyone, because some of these mofos, they don't know any better. Well, it was nothing we can do about them. It's a buffet for us. We may get to pick and choose, but that's a luxury. That's really a luxury that some dudes don't have. You can advise those dudes, and some of them will listen and learn, but some of them won't.
Fair
Just-
enough.
Yeah, just
I
like
give
there's
you
women
that,
who get to
man.
pick and choose. Some women don't get to pick and choose. They get whatever comes their way. Right? You remember, I don't know if you've ever been out to eat, right? If you don't have the monies to pay, it depends on who's paying for you. You get to eat according to their budget. So that's all I'm saying. But yeah, I'm very well aware of the divorce court and all that. That's why you want to
Fair,
mitigate that possibly from being on the table. The best of your ability.
To the best of your ability. That's the thing. I just need you to focus. I need
It's
to
never
make more-
100%. Yeah, I know that. It's never 100%.
It's just because you know what I mean. Like you're very sensational with your message, as I feel like I am too. But I think sometimes we do need to let it be known. Hey, but this is the caveat, because when you talk about picking the right woman, I agree with you. But I mean, okay, Kanye had to pick the right woman, right? Steph Curry should have picked a better woman. At some point, you have to start saying, well, wait a minute. Can I really?
Well, you
pick
also
a
have to
woman
take
who's
into
not
account
gonna-
that most dudes aren't in the same caliber as Kanye or Stephen Curry, right? Because along with those resources comes a little. You can risk more. If you got monies for an attorney and a lawyer and all this nonsense, then yeah, you can probably risk more. Your actions can be a little more hasty, a little more reckless, as opposed to the average Joe Schmo.
But even Kanye doesn't have authority in his household. That's my point.
I don't think Kanye has authority over his mind currently, but that's a different story.
Oh, we're not going there.
That's a different story,
I love
bruh.
you, brother.
I thought he was gonna be
I love you,
Moses, and
brother.
I don't know what happened. But anyways,
Yeah, well, he's walking around barefoot. He could be Moses. He's walking around barefoot now.
I don't know what's going on there, bro.
It's all good. I'm about to go back in the chat. Thank you for everything,
All right, my guy.
Moses.
I appreciate the call.
Moses Lucas. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, my guy.
All right, brother. Peace.
All right, later. Yeah, bro. I was rooting for Kanye, bro. I was rooting for him. You all know I was rooting for him. I had my videos up. I was like, Kanye is saying what exactly needs to happen. He talking about how they putting out music, how they control the culture. And And they don't even care as long as they make a buck. They got them and went, no. Listen, Kanye, we have another white woman for you. No. 832, you're on the line. What's the disagreement and tell me why?
What's up, Lucas?
What's good?
Ain't much. Hood Unc once again. No, I disagree with you calling dude a lame, but not for the reason that you might think.
Okay.
I don't really agree that he's a lame for the simple fact of why is everybody even talking to this dude, talking about him?
Because he decided to make his business public.
No. Everybody's having discussion about him because who he fucking.
No, everyone's having a discussion about him based off of his reaction to who he's fucking.
Yes, sir, but his actions don't really matter to me because what else was he gonna do?
Well, we're not talking about you. You talking about why everyone else. So that's why everyone else is
We
talking.
are discussing him because he is with Keke Palmer. That's the only reason why.
No, we're
he's
discussing
the
him because he acted, he cried on social media. That's why.
Okay. Again, yeah. I mean, I don't know if he cried. He made it seem to where
cried.
he had standards. He was talking about standards.
You can't
in a
have standards
relationship.
if you have no standards yourself. He's not in a position to have standards.
Right, and this is my point. He is with Keke Palmer. Somebody from my brief research on him, this is a total nobody with no job, right?
Uh-huh.
And yet, he just had a baby with Keke Palmer, a singer, an actress, an A-list broad.
Mm-hmm.
So just based on that, the reason he with her, he can't be a lame because she chose him. Well, if he a lame,
he can be a
chose
lame,
him.
and that's why she chose him. Because she
Okay,
knows she's not
so
gonna get
he not no
any
lame 'cause he
pushback
got-
from him.
who are we fucking? He pulled a A-list bitch.
No, but he didn't pull
Had a
her.
baby with her.
He didn't pull her. That's the thing. He didn't do this of his own volition. She did
How he
that. She
get her?
chose him
How you get a baby with her?
because she wanted him, not because he wanted her or he had a
Okay,
choice in who
even
he gets.
better. Even better.
It's not even better because he
He
has no
chose
leverage. That's not what a man is.
I
The
agree,
zebra
I
doesn't go
agree.
to the lion and say, "Hey, I want to get eaten by you."
Dude, you ain't listening to my point. She chose a dude with no job who's, from what I could see, is not famous. He not no pro baller. He just a regular guy, right?
Uh-huh.
So, okay, this A-list actress, singer, entertainer, A-list broad, top of the line broad, from which even though she don't look all that hot to me, she cool, but she has a name. She's an A-list. She chose him and had a baby with him. So just based on those facts, he not no lame.
He is a lame.
I can't agree with that.
Because
he just had
based
a
off
baby
those
with
facts,
an
right?
actress,
It'd be
bro.
like if a woman, say a woman is tired of dudes with big dicks, right? I'm all these mofos got big dicks, and she sees you, and she knows, oh, this mofo got a little dick, and she chooses to have a baby.
She don't know
you.
that. She don't know that. till we get
Let's say
naked,
she
though.
tries it out. She just sees it, and like, oh, you got a little dick, and she gets with you. That's not a +1 to you. You're still a lame little dick individual.
You could have a good mouthpiece. Don't matter about the D. You
By all
might get a
means,
bitch
and he has
emotional.
none of the above. He has no dick game. He has no mouthpiece.
Exactly.
He has no money.
I agree.
He has nothing.
And she had a baby with a nobody.
Yes.
So how can he be a lame when he
Because she
pulled that
needed a
bitch?
nanny. Because he's a nanny. I don't know if you want a woman. If you think a
Don't
woman
matter
choose,
what you call him.
If you choose a woman,
he been shooting skeets up in her, and we can't say
along
that.
with everyone else.
Nobody in the comment section could say, "Yo, I'm fucking a A-list bitch." The whole world know.
But you're not
Because
fucking
that's the only
her.
reason why we talking about him.
But clearly, you're not fucking her. That's not even. She's not even acting like you're her man. You're literally a nanny. That's what you are. There's no way in
Granted.
God's green earth I'm gonna be with an A-list celebrity
granted,
in a house
but
she bought,
even if she
bragging about,
was
oh,
to fuck
you
with
know what,
Usher,
I
she
got
still
with,
got to
Beyonce or
do
whatever.
with this dude and his baby. Even if she was to fuck Usher tonight, she still got to see this man tomorrow because they got a kid,
No, she
which
doesn't.
is everlasting.
No, she doesn't. She could take that baby with the quickness.
No, she can't, because then she be the villain.
Why? How would she be the villain? He's
Everybody
already
be
the
talking
villain.
about she took. We don't
Brett,
want to
he's
deal with the
already
woman
the
that
villain in
don't
the
let the
media.
man in the child life.
He's already the
Nobody
villain in the
gonna
media.
agree with her
we
with
were just
that.
talking about as far as family courts. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I get all that, but they not married, so that's not even a subject to be addressed. They not married, so what the court got to
it's
do
even
with?
worse now. You
Hey,
tell
he
me
can't
you're
do nothing but say,
literally-
you know what,
He's
fuck
literally
you.
nothing.
I ain't with
You
you.
made him. Why would he get the baby?
I don't agree with the court. They not married. What the force court? The only thing he could do is leave her alone at this point, right or
and
wrong.
Go back into obscurity, which is where he came from.
Obscurity, exactly. See, you agreeing with me? Because other than that, if we wasn't talking about Keke Palmer, who's
We're still
already
not talking
been
about him. What's his name?
inseminated.
What's his full name?
I don't know.
Exactly my point. Exactly
There's
my case
nobody,
closed, sir.
there's nobody
Case closed.
fucking with an A-list bitch. I
Case
have to give him
closed,
props.
bruh.
Whatever he did
He didn't
to
do
get her,
anything. I gave you
whatever
the analogy.
she saw in him, I gotta
She
give a
saw
nigga
a
the props.
nanny. That's
Because
what
I
she
can't
saw in
say
him.
that I fucked Beyonce,
Okay.
and I'm from her hometown. I can't say I fucked her.
I guess if you want bragging rights, sure. But I don't know how far
He got
bragging rights is
bragging
going to
rights.
get you.
He got bragging rights.
Okay, all right.
If he walks away today, he can say, yo, I jammed up this A-list bitch who you fucked last night.
Yeah, but he's going to say that as I give him $1 in his tin can as he asks for money on the side of the street. I'm like, oh,
Yes,
good for
sir.
you, bro. Good for
Yes,
you.
sir.
Congrats.
They got all
And
kinds
then
of
I'll
war
turn around and
stories.
ask, well, who are you fucking right now? Nobody? That's crazy.
But I'm
'cause
saying
I'm
I
en route
can't give
to
a
Keke
man
Palmer's
lame
place.
status because he bagged this bitch that I would never see in life, that I have no shots at.
Okay.
Nobody in the chat will ever
You're
have
right.
shots
He does
at
have
her.
bragging rights. There you go.
That's what I'm talking
have a
about.
disagreement there.
Also, thank you, sir. Now, here's my second point. No matter what he would have did, he still would be a lame. You know why? Because if he hadn't have said nothing, we would put him in the Russell Wilson box. He's a simp. He letting that bitch letting that bitch make him look like an asshole. Anyway, he'd have did it. Because you're right. He dealing with an A-list bitch. He has no say-so on which the bitch do. We don't have say-so on what an average bitch do.
Oh, I don't know. My fault.
Hey.
404, you're on the line. What's the disagreement? I guess he got disconnected.
Yeah, I just want to disagree, man. This Lucas?
Yep.
What's up, Lucas, man? I'm a fan of the show, man. I just had to chime in real quick. I feel like you're being a little too hard on the young man, brother.
Go for it. So what's the disagreement? That I'm being too hard on him? On a grown-ass man?
Yeah,
Is that
I
what
think-
you're telling me?
Yeah, I think so, man. You
I'm
know,
being a
he's
little too
29.
hard on a grown-ass man who has a child and is a father. That's what you're telling me.
Well, yeah, I think so. You know, just on some, just bro shit. I feel like, we've all made mistakes under 30. At the end of the day, Keke Palmer
Is he
is
under
not
30?
A-list. Yeah, he's 29 years old. They're both 29.
He's 29. Okay.
Okay, so Keke Palmer's not A-list. She's a B-list celebrity. She's cute. But I think the reason they got together because they're both lame. And it's like you get with this girl, you think, okay, she's in Hollywood. She's lame like me. We can have a lame life together. But then, she starts to come of age, get a little bump back there. You put a baby in her. Now she's going crazy because she's getting all this attention she's never got before. And, sometimes when you don't have a homie like you to pull him to the side and be like, hey, man, she's a sock, bro.
He will never have a homie like me. Because homies like me don't hang around lames like him.
Well, the thing is, if you had a homie like him, then
you have to understand, dudes like this, he doesn't care, bruh. Dudes like this who have nothing going for them, they see something like her, like, oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I mean, no, I understand that, but what makes you think that he doesn't have any redeemable qualities being 29 years old? I mean,
let's go over what leverage he has currently right now. No money leverage, no mouthpiece leverage, no dick leverage.
Okay. I mean, that's all subjective.
It's not subjective. The reason why it's not subjective because I can say all that based off of how his girl is acting, and he has no ring leverage. So what redeeming qualities do you think he has?
Well, I think that, like I said, she's a lame too. She's not like an A-list, like just intellectual. He just got a great catch. I feel like with this young man here,
it is a great catch to him because she's out of his league.
It is, but, well, what I'm saying is that he's out of they're out of each other's. He's out of her league on paper. But let's not forget.
No, in every aspect, he's out of celebrity. Her league. He's not in her league.
Well, why you say every aspect?
Name me one aspect of where they're comparable.
Well, I think that's what made them compatible because they
No. You said that. Hold up. Clout. Name me one aspect in which you believe they're comparable.
I just think personality-wise, that's why they got together.
What do you mean personality-wise? You give me, well, she's ugly, fat, broke, but she got a great personality. Is that what you giving me right now?
Well, no. What I'm saying is that people get together in relationships for a reason because they have things in common. So, they procreate. They spend time together.
I don't disagree. There's a lot of stuff I have in common, probably with Beyonce and everyone else.
Right.
I'm not with Beyonce though. If you think the personality is what you think clinched the deal, then I would argue you're sadly mistaken. Because apparently the personality didn't clinch the deal enough for her to go out the house and do what she did.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because she's getting this attention that she's never got before, so she doesn't even know how to handle it. So, like I said,
she knows how to handle it just like she's handled it before.
How has she handled it? Well, it's proven
she's
in the
always
past
been
that she
like
hasn't
this.
been able to handle it.
This isn't anything new. She's always been like this.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. History has shown that she doesn't know how to handle being in the spotlight and having all this attention on her. So it's like, you get from his perspective, he's thinking, okay, I got a girl who's lame like me. But then
what do you mean a lame like her? She's not a lame. She's never
Keke
been
Palmer
a lame.
Is
what are
lame,
you talking
bro.
about?
Keke Palmer is lame, bro.
Why is she lame?
Let's not act like Keke Palmer ain't
lame. Why is she lame? I'm confused.
Well, first of all, the thing is that, she's just now coming of age. She didn't decide whether she wanted to be a grown woman or a little girl until recently. Nobody even knew she was fucking until she popped up on the scene with this guy with a baby bump. How is she a lame, though? I don't understand. How is she a lame?
Just because you don't know anything about her doesn't mean no one else on the industry doesn't know anything about her. She's been an actress for quite some time, from my understanding.
Well, I'm saying lame in a sense of when you sit down and probably... Well, what I'm saying is her personality. Like,
You don't know her personality, my guy. You don't know her personally.
I'm not going off of her personally.
I know
what
you're
I'm
not
saying
going
is
off of her
the perception
personally.
of what I see.
You going off of what the PR, what you see in front of the camera.
But the same thing you can say the same thing about what you're saying about this young man.
I
don't know
can't
him.
because I'm basing.
I don't know her. You don't know him.
I'm basing who he is based off of her actions. That's what I'm basing. Because I know,
but what I'm saying
I know that as a man, there's certain things a woman would not do to an actual man.
But you know what, Lucas, I agree with you there. But what I'm saying is that we've all been lame before. We've all been played by a woman. We've always made.
No.
You didn't come out the womb with all this
into your party. Not all of us have been part of your family, bro. What are you talking about?
Well, what I'm saying is that we didn't all come out the womb with just charisma and swag and knowing how to deal with women.
Some of us did, bro. That's where natural game comes in. Some mofos already had game.
Okay. For the sake of argument, you came out the womb with game. A lot of men have to come into it through heartbreak and making the wrong decisions with women.
He's 29 years old, and you talking about you have to come into game? What? No, it's game over.
I mean, some guys are late bloomers, bro.
Late bloomers.
Yeah, there's some guys that are late bloomers. They don't have cool guys around them to give them swag and give them game and be like,
he doesn't have cool guys or anyone around him right now. So why would I believe that anything's going to change for him?
Well, this is why. Because I feel like he made a mistake in his 20s.
Why are we caping for a lame? I don't understand.
Hear me out, though. He made a mistake in his 20s.
What mistake did he make?
Entire 30s. He has his entire 30s
what
to
mistake did he
himself,
make?
Reflect back. He got with a girl that he
What
couldn't
mistake
handle.
did he make, though?
the mistake that we're on his head for right now, not
That's
handling
not a
his shit like a
mistake.
man and going on Twitter.
This is
Like
this,
in the future, hopefully he'll learn from his mistake and be like, you know what, next time I get with a girl and she violates me out of pocket, I'm not gonna go on Twitter and make a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Going forward, you got
bro.
your entire
What girl is
30s.
gonna get with him? That's of the same caliber as Keke.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I feel like he has hope. He's not an ugly guy. He's an attractive guy. He has that whole ambiguous thing going on. He can turn into a whole different fucking person. He can reinvent himself. He can get any type of different girl. He's an ambiguous guy. So sometimes if you look at his pictures, he can go from a looking like a light-skinned Shamar Moore looking brother, or he can go to a little curly Corbin fucking blue looking motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So he can reinvent himself.
So
learn from his
he
mistakes.
could be
You
a
got your
sheep
entire
in wolf's
30s.
clothing. Is that what you're saying?
I'm sorry?
He could be
No,
a
I'm not
sheep
saying
in
that.
wolf's
I'm saying-
clothing.
No, I'm saying that he can reinvent himself. The fact that he's ambiguous.
So he's going to go
he can
on a growth sprout, right? As a person.
Well, I'm not saying. Well, that's totally possible. You know what I'm saying? Being in this, like I said, his entire 30s, bro.
I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying it's improbable, my guy.
I understand that, but the thing is, we learn from our mistakes. Like I said, and when you turn 30, that's a monumental time in a man's life. You look back at your 20s and you say, all right, what am I going to do this next 10 years, this next decade?
What reason do you have to believe
decade?
that what you're suggesting is going to befall Darius?
The reason I feel like that he'll learn from this is because of the backlash that he received from making this mistake in his 20s.
What?
See,
What do
men
you
tend
mean
to
the backlash
learn
that
from
he
their
received?
mistakes and be like, well, you know, everybody's saying he's lame and he shouldn't have went on social media, which is right. He shouldn't have handled it that way. So now you're seeing this backlash you're getting for you not being the man and handling it like I said.
He
the gate
sees
down. I
that
love
they're
the video.
wrong, though. That's the problem.
You said what?
He thinks that the people who are backlashing, he's getting the outrage from, he believes that they're wrong.
Well, some of them are.
No,
Some
they're
of them are
not wrong.
because you
Not
have-
one person is wrong, and that's the problem, right? This is the problem
I
that we
think
have.
that-
We have this hope syndrome.
No, the reason I say that some people are wrong, no, I agree with the video you made about the whole, you know what I'm saying, a sausage.
There is no hope, my
What I'm
guy.
saying
That
is-
doesn't exist. You want to know what hope is? Hope is what lazy people do to procrastinate taking action. That's what that is. There is nothing in his repertoire. There's nothing that he has currently or in the past that leads me to believe that he's going to transform into this amazing butterfly. Nothing.
And this is the point that I was making when I first called. I feel like you're just being too hard on him. You're not giving
No,
him a chance,
I'm
you know
saying
what
I'm
Like,
judging
what
my
makes you
opinion
think that
off
he
of the
can't
facts
turn
and
his life
evidence.
around at 29 years old?
I'm judging my
What
opinion
makes you
off the
think he
facts
can't
and
turn his
evidence
life
of the
around?
case. That's what it is.
I mean, he made one mistake by making a tweet like, "Oh,
What do you
man,
mean
know,
one mistake?
you know,
He didn't make one mistake.
That's a mistake.
He's with a woman
Huh?
that he has no reason being with, right? He didn't have a
Why
problem
not?
when
Why
he was
not?
showing off her butt on his Instagram. She was doing what
But
she was
wh-
doing
why
way
do you-
before she met, as far as Keke Palmer's boyfriend. I don't even know his name. Darius, that's his name.
Why do
right?
why do you feel like? I'm sorry. Why do you feel like she has no reason? He has no reason being with her.
She is out of his league. He right now is a nanny. That's what he is.
She's out of his league on paper, but the thing
No,
is,
not on paper,
there
on
are-
every aspect. Mentally,
that's not true.
physically,
That's not true.
spiritually,
that is absolutely not
game-wise.
true. I mean, you,
Why? How
That's
do you know
absolutely
him
not true.
personally? Because I'm just basing off his actions.
no.
So what are you seeing
neither
that
one,
I'm
neither
not?
one of us know him personally, but the thing I'm saying is that there are countless examples of men who
I'm
the
not
women
talking
out-earn
about
them.
men. He is not a man.
Okay.
Right? You
He
keep
is a
talking
man.
about.
Come
You
on,
keep
man.
talking
This is
about
why,
the.
This is why I say you're
No.
too hard on him, because you're not even saying he's a man because he
He's
made
not
one
a man.
mistake.
I'm sorry. Oh, hold on.
He made a mistake.
Hold up. This is what we have a problem, right?
Okay.
We have a bunch of dudes who caping for lame. Now, the only people who cape for lame are other lames. That's
Okay,
So
let me ask
the
you.
more you talk, the more you tell me you're not part of my family. You're telling me you're
Okay,
part
but
of
let me ask
Darius's
you a question.
family. Because what
that's-
I'm judging him
that's
off of, right, is not the hero's journey of becoming a man, right? Well, as a
Okay.
man, there's many men who go through this. No, right? Because every man is different. What
Right.
I'm judging him off of is his actions, his behavior, and where he is right now currently. That's the only thing I
Okay,
can
let
judge
me
him
ask you a
off of.
question. That's a very good point, and I agree. That's fine.
That's the only
Let
thing
me
you
just
can do
ask
in
you
any
this one
aspect,
question.
even in business, right? You judge your future
But let me ask you this
projections
question, Lucas.
off of what you're currently presently doing and what you've done in the past.
I understand that. You know, that's fine. But let me just ask you this question, man. Have you ever, in your past, made a mistake in a relationship with a woman?
In what regards?
In any regard.
No, it's not any regards because we need context. Have I made any mistake that Darius has made? No, not at all.
I'll be more specific.
I've never made any mistake anywhere near what Darius has done.
In a relationship, in any of your past relationships, have you ever said something to a woman that you didn't mean to say?
In what context, bro? That could be everything from
Just
I
in a
hate you to I love
like,
you to I'm not going to be there on time.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no need to get over analytical about it. It's just a simple question.
Does, because upon
but
that,
the point that I'm making
context is applied, right?
The point that I'm making is that he made a mistake, dude. He's young. He's gonna. You're saying that he's irredeemable. He's never gonna bounce back from this. He's a loser, and I disagree. I feel like he's a man. He has a chance. He can learn from his mistakes. He has an entire 30s to reinvent himself. He can pick a woman that's more tailored to who he is. He doesn't have to be an A-list celebrity, a B-list celebrity. He can just pick a simple girl and be like, you know what? I'm done with these celebrity clout chasing chicks. I'll just get me a little barista chick. I can get me a dancer or somebody who's gonna just give me mutual respect.
Yeah, so what I've decided, because I've heard enough, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to write you a prescription of no bitch at all. Because it seems that you're suffering from the same symptoms that Keke Palmer's boyfriend is, okay? Write your prescription, I'll send it to you.
I believe that he can change.
I'll send it to you in the mail. I know, she can change and he can change. I know. She can change and he can change.
That he doesn't have to be a simp for the rest of his life, right?
You can change him.
Just because I believe he doesn't have to be a simp for the rest of his life.
No, absolutely not. You can change him.
He can turn his
Sounds
whole
like
thing
Bussy
around.
talk to me.
No, you can change him. I believe it. I would take 2 a day.
No, I'm not trying to change him. I'm just saying that,
There's hope. I know, there's hope. I take 2 a day with a meal, okay? You take care.
From 30 to 40.
Take 2 a day with the meal, bro. Take 2 a day to meal. I'm sorry. I had to put on my mask. Didn't want to catch anything, bro. I had to put on my mask. Didn't want to catch anything. How you simping for a man? You simping for a man? Lord. He knocked someone up before Keke, but once he got with Keke, he pushed his first baby mama to get an abortion. This man got lame all over him. Lord in heaven. 310, you're on the line. What's the disagreement and tell me why?
Yeah, man, this whole situation is just real goofy, man. The brother isn't a right to, he has a right to express his frustration about his woman being out of pocket.
The only right he has is his First Amendment right. Other than that, he has no right.
Look, let's chop it up in some street business, right?
Was she?
The bitch is out of pocket.
No, it's not. No, it's not. She wasn't out of pocket. She was doing what she's supposed to be doing.
No, bro, no.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a simple question to prove my point. Would your woman do what she did?
Hell no, because the bitch.
Okay, because she's your woman, right? Hold on. Because she's your woman, right? So she's your woman, right? Now, her doing what she did lets me know that she's not his woman. And he has no say-so at what she does.
Hey, look. Based on what I know, that bitch is going home to homeboy every night. The two of them have a kid together. They're living together. So the bitch is definitely out of pocket. You don't embarrass your man like that. In certain countries,
he's not her man. That's what you have to understand.
Let me finish a personal point. In certain countries, what she did is grounds enough to get her hands chopped off.
We're not in those certain countries. We're not in old times or whatever. She's not out of pocket. It's not her man.
Brother.
Hold on. What you have to understand. Hold on. Let me explain to you what you're doing. You're trying to explain away his LNS, lame nigga syndrome, right? He suffers from that.
Brother,
hold on. Hear me out. You as a man have a different experience with women than what he does. How he handles women is different from how you handle women. How women treat him is different how women treat you. What you have to understand, not everyone is a man. They may be biologically a man, but they're not seen or act or behave as a man. So you cannot say she's out of pocket for treating someone who's not a man, not as a man. Are you gonna treat a
So
sock?
let-
Are you gonna treat a sock as a Ferrari? Or are you gonna put a sock in your
No,
foot?
brother. That's an invalid comparison right there. What you're trying to do is emasculate and invalidate that brother. Let me tell you
He's
who you got
already
that type of shit from.
emasculated. What do you mean?
No, hold on, brother. Let me tell you who you got that little faggot ass shit from. You got that from the bitch. The man is the man, regardless. I
So
don't
if he
give a
got
fuck
that
if
from
bitch
her,
got
then he's
million
not a
dollars.
man. Then he's not a man.
I'm talking about what you are doing now. You got that from the bitch. You invalidated the man, brother. We got to stop that
What do
shit.
you mean
and stand on
invalidated? No,
manhood.
I'm telling you, he's not a man. So there's nothing to invalidate.
You're saying he's not a man because he expresses his contempt for the disrespect.
No,
that
it
the
has
bitch did
nothing to
online.
do with. Hold on, let me ask you a question. You're a man, right?
Brother, hold on, brother. Hold on.
Well, I'm gonna ask you simple.
let
I'm
me
gonna prove
give
my
you,
point through
brother.
a simple question. I'll let you go.
Let me give you.
You're a
let me
man,
give you
though. Hold
quick-
on, you're a
let me
man,
give you
right?
quick rundown.
Hold on, you're a
I'm
man, though.
100%
Hold on.
man.
Let me ask this. You're a man, though, right?
100%.
Okay, now if your
Every
woman
day
were
of
to
the
do,
week
hold
and
on.
twice on Sundays.
Now, if your woman were to do what Keke Palmer did, would you go on Instagram and start crying?
I'm not gonna cry, but I'm. Look,
Would you
the
go on
disrespect
Instagram?
happened
Hold on. Would you
publicly.
tweet what Justin Palmer, what's his name did?
Fuck yeah, the disrespect happened publicly. I'ma check that disrespect publicly.
So
Ain't
you're gonna
nobody
tweet what he did? What he
Hold
tweeted?
on, brother. Let me express the context here. Ain't nobody gonna disrespect me publicly, and then I'm gonna address disrespect privately. If you get out of pocket with me publicly, we gonna air that shit out publicly.
So
And that's
you
all
would have
I'm saying.
tweeted what he
goddamn
tweeted then?
one, I would have checked that disrespect.
I'm asking, would you have tweeted
Right
what he
there.
tweeted?
What did he tweet? He said the bitch is out of pocket.
He
I
said
would've
it's
said
the
some other
outfit
shit.
though. You're a mom, and then went on to cry about the generations.
Man, that's not crime, bro. That's what I'm talking about right here, right? We keep on, we pick up this faggot ass shit from these bitches. Every time a man says something on social media, we're trying to
He's not
invalidate
a
it.
man,
That's
bruh.
some bitch ass shit, brother.
He's not
brother,
a man.
You gotta lose that. No.
He's not a man. Why do you believe he's a man? Why do you believe he's a man?
You can disagree. Look, the man is a man because he stick his dick in the bitch. The bitch is goofy enough to lay down with him.
So hold on. Your qualifications for a man. I'm a doctor.
So
So
hold
your
on,
qualifications
brother.
for a man is that
Hold
he
on,
just
brother.
has to stick his dick in a woman?
Hold on, brother. I'm just giving you the biological standpoint of it. Look, the man
I know,
is
I
right
agree
for
he's biologically a
expressing
man.
himself.
But he's not culturally a man.
Bro, look, I'm not playing these little. Oh man, you don't check no woman like that. No, nigga, no.
No, he's not
I
a
do
man.
that
Can
shit
you explain to me why he's a man?
He's a man because God made him a man, brother.
How do you know?
trying to
Wait, he's not
emasculate
acting like a man?
Brother, look, we all have our moments, all right? And my
Okay, so
brother
we
did
can admit
nothing
that
wrong.
he's not
Stop
acting
trying
like
to-
a man.
Stop. He didn't do anything faggish. He didn't do anything feminine. He expresses himself. I bet if he had gone
What are you
upside the
talking
bitch had
about?
him put out video.
He got with a 304 and wants to complain that she's doing 304 activities.
I don't know much about Keke. I just know she's a weird ass bitch. But
Okay,
look, check it out,
so
though.
you don't even
Check
know
it out.
anything about the
Check
woman
it
he
out.
got with. Why are you? Hold on. Why are
Check
you?
it out.
Why are you
Check
dick
it out.
riding for a
Check it out.
man? I don't understand, because that's what it sounds like you're doing.
Brother, no. Brother, hold on. Here's what we're not going to do.
You don't know
We're not gonna
anything
use
about
these-
her, bro.
Brother,
And you talk
hold
about,
on,
oh,
hold
he's
on,
a
brother.
man, he's a man.
Brother, hold on. Here's what we're not going to do. Right? We're not going to use these faggot-ass terms talking about dick riding. We don't play that. That's
You
some
called on
faggot-ass
to
terms. We
dick
don't
ride for
play
another
that.
man. That's what you did.
Brother, it looks like you want a dick in your mouth. That's what you want.
Now you're talking to another man talking about, I need a dick in my mouth. Thank you. Hang up. You want to know why? Because these niggas is gay. That's their theme song. Do the whole man. Do the whole man. I told you. I told you. I already know, bro. I already know. I already know. This lady, be safe out there. Because the pussy, it must be on sale. Okay, when I get around them, I have to, stay right there, sir. Please stay right there. We know you're homies over hoes type of dude. We know. Calm down, sir. Calm down, sir. Well, I don't really know anything about the woman he's with, about the bitch he's with. I'm sorry, sir. You don't know anything about the bitch he's with? And your natural reaction is to defend the man? That's your natural reaction? You don't know anything about the woman he decided to stick his dick in and ejaculate. But your natural reaction is to defend him? Sir.
Sounds like Bussy talk to me.
That's exactly what it sounds like. I'm going to give you a prescription of, it seems that you've been on a high doses of Bussy. Okay, so to counteract that, we're going to need, Poom Poom Tum. Poom Poom Tum. Poom Poom Tum, that's what we're going to need. I need you to take this 3 times a day, bruh. 3 times a day, at least, okay? For the next 3 months. And then get back to me, okay? Poom Poom Tum, that's what I need you to take, bro. All right? That's what I'm gonna need you to take, okay? As a professional, okay? That's my recommendation for you, sir. Lord in heaven. Lord in heaven.
Nah, man. Ain't gonna, these bitches tell us that's how what's happening.
Sir, I don't behave off of what a bitch wants me to behave, sir. That's completely opposite of a man. As a matter of fact, a woman doesn't want you to do that. So the fact that you think that lets me know where your mind is.
Sounds like Bussy talk to me.
Right? She wants you to be your own man. You don't have to agree with everything she tells you to agree with. Just because she likes it, you don't have to like it. Some of y'all are just shadows. That's the problem. Some of you men out there are just shadows for your woman. Because you just a shadow for her. You not your own man. And then when she sees an actual man, she's like, oh, what is that? And all you got to do, all you doing is looking. You may complain and cry and pout, but you're not going to do anything. And a real man knows that. They're like, oh, this mofo's, he's a shadow, bro. I don't have to worry about shadows. Lord. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. 704, you're on the line. What's the disagreement and tell me why?
Hold on, wait. What up? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yo, you want to know who else is on some bussy shit? These Vindaloo ass Rama Shawarma niggas over here defending him after he got the bendy laser sighted on his forehead and that chick sprayed his brains all over the studio. You see the chicken masala, all that chapati and all that chai on the wall after she slaughtered that East Indian clown. Hello?
I have no idea what you just said.
You want to know who else on that bussy shit? Them niggas defending Vindaloo Rama Shawarma after that chick bodied his ass, putting a laser-sighted bendy on his forehead.
Oh, are you referring about Vivek?
Heck yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they questioning her veteran status.
Oh yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Yes, 100%, 100%. They just following the doctor's orders, not my orders, but so the white Republicans' orders. That's that's what they do.
Yeah, it's a sad game out here, bro. Like
it's a sad game for black people. I agree. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. They over here saying, "Oh, I apologize for this uppity nigga giving you the work."
Oh, 100%. Yes, we have a lot of there's a coonvitis that's going around that's very rampant in the community, unfortunately.
Yeah,
very rampant in the community. Coonvitis. Yeah.
It's a guy coming from out the slums of Delhi trying to tell you that he gonna make America great again. Why can't he make Agrabah great again, bro?
I agree. I don't disagree at all. If his parents had just stayed in India, maybe India would have been great.
He ain't had nothing to defend.
Maybe I say Vivek should go back to India, make it great, so his parents can move back to where they came from. That's what I would do.
And right? Nikki Haley and Kamala Harris.
I don't disagree with anything, sir. Don't disagree with anything. I appreciate the call. Appreciate the call. Bow Down says, Lucas, you a beta, bro. Sure. Whatever you want to say. I may be a beta in the eyes of a beta. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, yeah, probably. Because a lot of you betas think that the alphas are like, I don't know what to tell you. The people that betas think are alphas, you shouldn't listen to them. Listen to who alphas think are alphas. Let me rewind that to you again, because I know we had Bow Down, who's a little hurt, bro. He hurt in the chat. The people that the betas think are alphas, don't listen to them. Listen to who the alphas think are alphas. Just a little knowledge right there for y'all. That's free of charge, okay? Free of charge, all right? Free of charge. That's what y'all don't understand. That's what y'all don't understand. All the betas who are backing up, I would just take notes, ladies. That's what I would do. I would take notes of every man who is offending Keke Palmer's boyfriend. That's what I would do. First thing I would ask him, what's Keke Palmer's boyfriend's name? That's what I would do. That's just the first question. Everyone who's defending this person, I would just take notes. Take notes. Because they're really snitching on themselves at this point. They snitching on themselves at this point. They just letting everyone know, oh, that's a shame. Oh, damn. You suffer from no puss at all. No puss at all. You suffer from no puss at all. You suffer from no puss at all. LNS. Just, oh my gosh, we got to write prescriptions for everyone. Prescriptions for everyone, bruh. That's all I'm saying. Predator says, I missed my 10. It was early in the stream. Yeah, no actual man is going to be defending, what's his name? Keke Palmer's boyfriend. There's no man is actually going to be doing that. Because he doesn't give off the appearance of what a man is. He may be biologically a man, sure. Everything else is a female. 704, you're on the line. What's the disagreement and tell me why?
This is your boy Bow Down, bro. Yeah, bro, you been beta, bro. You been beta. It's okay. It's okay for the last few videos that you've done.
By all means, explain to me how I've been a beta, Bow Down.
Bro, you been beta. You know it. I don't know what you're doing.
Sir, hold up. You're a man, right? And as a man, we can articulate our differences and our disagreements. So as a man, right? Because what a woman does is going to, what do you mean? I know, girl. I know what you. So I'm going to ask you as a man to man, how have I been beta, my guy?
Okay. All right. First of all, I do agree that he shouldn't have went to goddamn social
Sir,
media.
I don't need what you agree with, right? That's the opposite of you calling in because it's disagreement day. So I'm gonna ask you again. A man would respond first, right off the cusp, right?
Okay, he had
a woman likes to pontificate and talk about stuff that's irrelevant. So as a man, I'm gonna ask you again.
He had every right to check his woman.
That's not what I'm asking, right? I'm gonna ask you again. This is the third time now. As a man, I'm talking to you as a man. You're starting to look unfamiliar right about now. I'm asking you, how have I been beta? You referenced my previous videos. So I'm assuming there's something in my previous videos that you disagreed with that happened to gave off beta tendencies. So I'm going to ask you for the third time, how am I beta?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yes, the previous videos, the one that you did on with the Breakfast Club. I mean, you're siding with women, bro. That's beta tendency to side with women. That's beta tendency.
Let me get this straight. So me siding with a woman, regardless of the context, is beta.
Bro, that woman was out of line. That's beta. That's beta, bro. Come on now. That's beta, dude.
Never catching lids, rolling with no beards, cause bitches ain't shit. That's all my crew is thick. A bunch of knuckle heat is alright.
Is there anything else? Oh, he hung up. Why'd you hang up, bro? Why'd you hang up, bro? Why'd you hang up, bro? Now, in that conversation, who was the beta? I'm gonna let y'all decide. You agreed with the chick. That's beta. Okay. I rest my case every single time, bro. The doctor knows what he's doing, bro. The doctor knows what he's doing. Sir, low down or bow down, whatever your name is. I'm going to write you a prescription, bro. Okay? Write you a prescription of no bitch at all. Get this bitch out your system. I'm going to need you to take it twice a day for at least a year. Okay? Twice a day for at least a year, bro. There you go. For at least a year. Okay? You can go down to the pharmacy and they'll fill your prescription, bro. Lord in heaven. I've heard it all. Patrick, Gifted 10 said, my friend went to the doctor after he accidentally swallowed a roll of film. The doctor said, well, let's hope nothing develops. There we go, bro. There we go. Jimmy Smith says, I stand with Keke's boyfriends. Papa B Preacher says, saw Keke's TikTok, so I slid in her DM. Dark skins 1, light skins 0. Okay, see, this is what we will not have, okay? Just because he is light skinned, that is not a reflection of all light skinned men. This is exactly, that is not how that works, okay? All right? I don't know how long y'all went to dating school, okay? But that's not how that works, okay? That is spreading ignorance. Spreading ignorance, okay? Scientific fallacies that can set our civilization back. This man, well, this biological man, Keke Palmer's boyfriend, is not a reflection of light-skinned black men. Lord in heaven, the slander. 661, you're on the line. What's the disagreement and tell me why?
Oh, I have a disagreement with you, Lucas. Okay, so, Keke is a lesbian, right? So,
Keke's a lesbian?
She's a lesbian. She's a bisexual, actually. She's actually came out and said that she goes both ways. You said yesterday or the day before, she's a sock.
Yes.
And I'm thinking to myself, how is she a sock? Why isn't her man a sock? Because if you know your woman goes both ways, you had a baby with someone that goes both ways.
He is a sock. He's a sock to a good woman.
Oh, okay. So maybe we agree now. But I was really surprised that you actually came out and said that she's actually not in the wrong. I believe she's in the wrong because one, even it doesn't matter which way you go, your whole ass was out. Okay, like you're still recovering from that. Hang on. You're still recovering from surgery. Do you know what it takes for you? Like when you get. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me finish. She is still recovering, and I don't mind if her ass is on everything, but she right now to do that, like, and Usher has STDs.
What does that have to do with anything? So let me get this straight. The reason why she's in the wrong because her ass was out and she's recovering from surgery. Does that make any sense to you?
Hang on. Let me finish what I'm saying.
You've been saying let me finish for quite some time. When do we get into the destination?
Don't try to change my narrative, okay? My point is,
you taking the scenic route, so go ahead.
Because if he's a sock, right? If he is a sock. But I don't like the fact that she disrespected herself.
How does she disrespect
herself? She was out there with her whole ass out.
You've already said that. You said that twice now. How is that disrespecting herself? Was she forced to put her butt out there?
No, she was not.
Okay, so if she feels comfortable wearing what she wears, how's that disrespecting herself?
Well, how do we know she didn't get paid for that outfit? Because a lot of them get paid to wear that kind of stuff.
Do you get paid to wear what you wear?
Well, I have a shop.
So then once again, how is she disrespecting herself if she got paid to wear that? So now she's getting paid to wear something that she was comfortable wearing from the get-go.
So why is she a sock? So why are you saying she's a sock then? If she's getting paid to wear something, and she's not wrong for putting her ass out.
She's not wrong for anything because that's what she's meant to do.
So why are you calling her a sock? Because you know a sock is actually referred to a woman. That's like saying she's a disposable. She's
Yes, she is. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, why? Would you marry a sock?
Would I marry? No. Why would I marry a sock?
Okay,
I already put that. Why would I put a
wrong.
ring on a sock? Does that make any sense? Does that even look right?
Okay, so then if you don't agree with who she is as a woman,
No,
why
I
are you
do agree with
advocating-
who she is. Let me just say something. There are women out there, and then there are socks who
So
are disposable.
what women are not socks? So what women are not socks to you?
That's up to me. And as far as my preference and what I decide, what I want for a woman.
But tell me what would be not a sock? If
Don't
Keke
worry about
Palmer
what would be not a sock for me. Worry about what would be not a sock for your man or the man that you want.
Do you know what? Okay, all right. We're just gonna disagree. I don't agree that.
You don't have a disagreement here. Do you understand? You don't have any disagreement.
We do, because I don't agree that you personally would actually call her a sock. I'm
She is a
surprised that you
sock.
would even take her side. Because
Is a sock. I don't have. But the thing is, that's not a bad thing. I'm not as far as maligning her as like, oh, she's a sock. That's horrible. No.
But would you marry a sock?
No, I wouldn't marry a sock.
So then you can't say what she's doing is right.
Hold
because
up, hold up.
wouldn't
Would you
marry
put
her.
unleaded in a premium vehicle? No, right?
That's not what I'm
No,
asking
hold up.
you.
I'm
If
giving you an
would
analogy,
marry a
right?
sock-
I'm giving you an analogy, which hopefully breaks down my point. You wouldn't put unleaded in a premium vehicle, but that doesn't make the unleaded bad.
I didn't say it's bad, but you wouldn't get a car that takes leaded then. That means you're not going to go ahead and
Absolutely
take a Toyota.
not. No, if I were to get a car that takes unleaded, I would put unleaded in the car.
But you're not going to get a Toyota. You want what is it? What is this? What are these Teslas? You want a Tesla,
Whatever
right?
whatever that may be. But that doesn't mean that the unleaded in and of itself is bad.
But we're talking about on the level where we're referring to her as marriage material, because you wouldn't marry a
Hold on.
sock.
What is this marriage material? I don't know what this concept is that every woman wants to get married, firstly, and secondly, is ready for marriage or is marriage material. What if she doesn't want to get married? Did you ever think about that? That there's some women who don't want
That's what we don't know, but that's not.
There's
based
some
on
women who
what
don't
you
want to get
also
married,
talked
that they
about.
enjoy the single
I'm
life.
surprised that you actually support her, because you're sitting here saying
Why
women.
wouldn't I
these
support
some
her?
type
I
of
support
women,
strippers. I support OnlyFans. I support everyone.
but you're not going to marry them, and we're talking about on the level of marriage.
Why though? Why? What happens if she doesn't want to get married?
Because I just asked you, would you marry a sock? So you're not going to marry a sock. So then why are you advocate? Why would you support a woman that you know is only going to be a sock? You wouldn't marry one, so that's your standard.
I don't ride a bicycle, but I'm going to advocate for you if you want to ride a bicycle. If you would like to ride a bicycle to work, that's fine. I don't do public transport to hold on. I don't do public transport to work. But I believe in freedom. I believe in freedom. So if you want to ride public transport to work, go right ahead.
Okay, and let's say the city you live in starts charging you, even though you don't ride the bike, they'll say, well, we're going to charge you for the bike lane. Even though you don't ride it, we want to encourage you to use the bike lane, but they're going to still charge you on your taxes. Would you be okay with that?
And what analogy is that comparable to a real life situation?
Because what I'm saying is you're contradicting yourself. You're saying she did nothing wrong.
No, I'm not contradicting. No, I don't know where that tax comes in. What is her doing? What she's doing? How does that impact me in any way, shape, or form? Because a tax would impact me.
Because you're not going to marry a sock, but you're saying that what she did was nothing wrong. Her baby
listen to what I'm
daddy is
asking, right? You
telling her-
brought in the analogy, right? I brought in the analogy of the
Right.
bus and everything.
You
You
used
then
an
said, what if
analogy.
they tax you, right? And try to sway you to ride the bus?
Because they do. They do.
Okay,
This
so
is-
give
let
me
me
an
tell you why I
example.
said
Give me
that.
an example
So-
where there's a tax or something that impacts me personally off of
Okay,
what
I'll
another
tell you,
woman does that
supplemental-
I don't find as far as marriage material.
Supplemental property taxes that goes to the schools. You don't have kids, but guess what? You're paying when you own property. They force you to pay a tax for the school, but you don't have kids or your kids graduated. You don't feel like you should pay them anymore because
I'm
hey,
talking
I
about-
don't have kids or my kids graduated. That's the tax
No,
that
I'm
impacts
talking
you that you're
about
forced
in this
to pay.
case of Keke Palmer and socks like her. How is that tax comparable?
Okay,
How's
so
that
you're
an
not going to
analogy?
marry a sock, but she did nothing wrong. But you're not in the dating. You're not in this world to just date. You're in the world to evolve to a better person to have a marriage.
Tell me what I
Do
am.
you want to be
Hold
married?
on, no.
Do you want to be
This
married?
is the problem. Hold on. Let me just explain something. Every man and every woman is different. Not every man wants to get married. Not every woman wants
Do
to
you
get
want
married.
to get married? Do you want to get married?
I'm not. This has nothing to do with me.
Because you're saying that she's a sock, but how do you know to your standards if you're not a man who wants to be married
Hold
to say
on.
she's
She
a
may be a
sock or
sock
not?
to me. She may
What
be wifey material to someone else.
I think it takes a sock to know a sock. I think, Lucas, you're a sock.
Let
It
me
takes
get
a
this
sock
straight.
to
So
know a
I
sock.
need to be a doctor in order to spot when someone's bleeding from the
No,
arm?
it always takes a sock to know a sock. Lucas, you are a sock.
What
I
you're
didn't
saying,
know that.
what you're saying makes no sense, right? Because there's
It
certain
does,
No,
because
let me
how-
explain
you-
to you.
you-
Let me explain to you why it doesn't make any sense, right? Because you're saying in order to know bad behavior, you have to be engaged in bad behavior.
No, it means that you are familiar with bad behavior. Or
Okay,
you
so
have
you being
engaged in
even
it,
hold
or
on, even
you're
saying
no
that,
longer.
hold on, even you being
So are you
familiar
saying
with
a
bad
sock is bad
hold
behavior?
on, even you being familiar with bad behavior or inappropriate behavior or behavior you deem to be inappropriate due to your worldview and your perspective does not mean by default you have been engaged in such behavior. I
So
can
are
see
you
someone
saying
bushy
that
popping and
being
be
a
like, yo,
sock is
I don't
bad
want to have to deal
behavior?
with that without having to be engaged in bushy popping. What are you talking about?
But are you saying that her being a sock is bad behavior?
No, for me, that is not, I don't consider it as far as bad behavior. I'm not making a moral judgment on it. That is just not behavior that's becoming to me and what I would want that of a wife.
Okay, so then
But
that
I
means
would get
that
with
you're
her,
basing
absolutely.
this
I
off of
clap her
wifey
cheeks 100% all day, every day. But I know what I'm getting.
You're basing this, yeah, but you're basing it off of wifey material, right? Because you just said it would be a wife, blah, blah, blah. So you're looking at it from the fact that she is a woman that you would not marry because she has inappropriate behaviors and it doesn't represent wifey material. Okay, no problem.
Okay, so then what's the issue then?
So then, why are you agreeing with her? Why are you saying that
Because
she did
she
nothing
has
wrong?
every right to do what she's supposed to.
Because you're saying that you do have.
Because she has every right to do what she is doing. That is who
She
she is.
technically did do something wrong because you just said yourself
do anything wrong.
She did because
Hold on, let me explain something to you. Just because she's not wifey material doesn't make her behavior bad. I like a hoe just like everyone else. Hoes aren't bad. What are we talking about?
Yeah. I'm not saying they're bad, but you know that she did something wrong.
So then if you don't believe a hoe is bad, then what are we talking about?
She did do something bad because you wouldn't wife her. So you don't.
Hold on. That does not mean that it's bad.
But you wouldn't wife her. If you don't wife her, that means she did something bad.
No,
because
it doesn't mean she did something bad, right? If someone says, "Hey,
you
need to be," let me explain. Hold on, because you're casting.
You ain't want your wife out there pussy popping or your baby mom out there pussy popping.
Because there's some men who won't mind that.
But
right? They won't mind that.
I'm on a disagreement with you, and my disagreement with your ass is that
I understand. So with me, right, you have to understand that my worldview is different. Okay.
But
so what you have to hold on. You have to understand that upon me saying,
not the world.
Upon me saying you don't qualify for this ride, I'm not saying that you being short is bad. That's not the same thing.
Okay, but I called
I'm
because
saying
Lucas,
you don't
I have a
qualify.
disagreement with Lucas.
You are,
and Lucas said he doesn't want his wife pussy popping and being a sock. So therefore, what you said is not actually true. What you're actually telling us.
No, it's not, because here's the thing. I would definitely get with Keke in a heartbeat. If she were to hit me up, I would go over and smash all day and all night. And
I'm not asking for that. I disagree. Because do you think Darius is trying to smash or he's trying to make her a wife?
Darius is nobody. Okay, Darius is a
How do
lame.
you know?
I don't know. I understand how
Because-
lames think. As far as due to them exposing themselves, but he is of no relevance to me in this scenario.
I don't agree with him trying to gang up on her and use the public. That to me is some non-black behavior.
I agree with it because he's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Something else.
He's doing what he's supposed to be doing as a lame. Why are you going to be upset at the lion eating the zebra and the zebra getting eaten by the lion?
And my thing is, he got with a lesbian, but he got with a bisexual.
Is it bad that the lion eats? Would you say it's bad that the lion eats the zebra?
What I'm saying to you is that
Would you say it's bad that the lion eats a zebra?
If a lion eats a zebra,
would you say it's bad?
Who's the zebra?
Don't worry about who's a zebra. Would you say it's bad if the lion eats a zebra?
Look, it's all look when
You
it
wonder
comes
why
to
you
the
won't answer
animal
that question? Because you
kingdom,
know
that's
you're full
different.
of it. You're talking nonsense right now,
Yeah,
right?
you
Because
said you wouldn't even
hold
marry
on,
her.
not
You
everybody.
said you
Hold
did
on,
nothing wrong, but you're not
hold on.
gonna
Not
marry her.
everyone is meant to be
You know what?
wifey.
You know what, Lucas? You're gonna get a sock, okay? She's gonna rock your world. You're gonna get a sock.
I've never in my
Because
life gotten a sock because I know how
you
to
about
vet
to
women.
get
That's
one.
why.
It's always you about to get one.
Socks
you
get
about to get
socks.
one.
Boo boo. Socks get socks. Have you gotten a sock? Is that what happened?
No,
you got a sock, huh?
I
Your ex
promise
is a
you.
sock? Your ex is a sock. That's what happened. It's okay,
No.
boo-boo. Don't worry. There's going to be a program coming out that'll help you distinguish the socks from the actual men. Don't project your lack of qualifications
I'm not
onto me,
projecting
okay,
anything.
boo-boo?
I'm telling you
Just
that
because
really
you don't know
don't
how to
agree with
distinguish an
me.
actual man from a sock, that's on you.
That's
Don't
fair.
say that I don't know how to distinguish it, and I'm not saying that
so
it's
why don't
bad.
you-
I think
Okay,
a
how
line is
about-
great. I think a lion is just as valuable as a zebra, but I also know
Okay,
that the
well,
lion
then
eats a
Keke
zebra.
is a lion and he's
I
a
think
zebra.
that a wifey is just as valuable as a sock, but I wouldn't put a
Okay,
ring
so
on a
then
sock.
marry a sock.
Why would I put a ring on a sock when I would put a ring
Why
on
not?
wifey?
You know, a sock can bring you many fortunes, and it can keep you going.
Then you
a
go,
wife
go
can
ahead
kill
and you do
early.
that.
You
That's
know
not
that,
how
right?
you ask for me. I don't do that. So if you like to put rings on socks, you go right ahead. Nobody's stopping you.
What makes a wife? What
Live
makes
your
them
life,
a wife
queen.
for you?
Live your life, queen.
Well, first of all, I'm not a sock. Okay, first and foremost, I'm not a sock.
You've been
But
with
what I am
socks, so the
gonna
only people
tell
who
you-
get with
'cause I
socks
don't
are
agree with
usually
you.
other socks.
I believe she did something wrong. I think as a mother, she had her whole ass out. Like there's chemicals.
You keep
when
saying
you go
that.
out
What does
and
that
expose
matter? I
yourself-
don't care. Who cares? Good. I like her
So
ass
then you
out
gonna
because I
marry
like
a
to know
sock.
what
You
I'm
gonna-
going to be getting.
Oh, you know what? You just exposed. You know what? You just exposed yourself. You like socks.
Yes.
You do. You like them.
Why wouldn't you like a
really
sock?
do
They
like
serve
them.
a purpose. What are you talking
You're
about?
gonna get caught. Okay, no problem. Listen, Lucas. One of these days, sock Saturdays, sock Sundays. Maybe you should do Sundays because Sundays women go to church and sock and blah blah. Maybe you should do sock Sunday or something. So teach us women how not to get with men who are socks.
If
you know what
do
I
it
mean?
good,
Like
you never do it for free, first off. Secondly, right,
I
just
would
because I
support
may
you.
like sock, I like chocolate too. But I don't have chocolate for lunch, dinner,
But I hope
right?
you marry
and
some
breakfast.
chocolate.
Right? Everything is good in moderation. What are we talking about?
I know, but there's nothing wrong with you marrying a sock. You need to marry a sock because, you know, it's nothing wrong with that.
Why would I go with a sock? Why?
Because let me tell you, a lot of men think they're marrying wives and then their wives flip on them. So, like,
You
let
trying
me
to
tell you.
tell me I should get with the sock? That just tells me where your mindset is. I already told you a sock precludes her from being wifey material.
there's
Those are
a lot
two
of men
different
who
types
marry
of
socks.
women.
But a lot of men marry
For
socks.
you,
And they
okay,
have-
those are a lot of men. I'm not a lot of men. I'm that one nigga from Candyland, and I deal with other niggas who've escaped Candyland. If you used to those dudes on Candyland, that's on you. You've already told me that you're not part of the family, so I'm sorry. I can't help
well,
you.
I'm wife material.
No,
so
you want to be
point
part of the family. That's what you want to be.
No,
but you're
I'm
not part of the
actually-
family, boo-boo. You're not part of the
But
family.
you just supported a sock.
Yes.
So I cannot.
What are you talking about?
That means you are part of the sock community.
No.
So if you want me to, I'm telling you, I don't
Your
support it. And I'm
logic
not
is
a
faulty,
sock.
boo-boo. Just because I support something doesn't mean I engage in that activity. Or just
This
because I
is-
support
you
something does
stay in
not.
the bike lane.
Just because I
Stay in the
support
bike
this
lane.
person for this role doesn't mean that that person can be interchanged
If
for
I
another role.
If I support a dude who sells drugs, then I'm also into that, right? So you telling me that because I don't agree
Now,
with what
if
you
you
did.
support
Like,
him being a drug dealer, would you support him also being a heart surgeon?
heart surgeons aren't drug dealers.
Listen why I asked. If you support him being a drug dealer, right? He's a good drug dealer. Would you also support him if you were to switch it up and say, we're gonna put him in the role
There's
of a heart
nothing
surgeon?
wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But what you're saying is
What
that
do you mean there's
Keke
nothing wrong with that?
Palmer
He's not
is a
qualified
sock
for the role of a
forever.
heart surgeon.
You're saying that, but what you're saying is that she doesn't have a future to be a wife because she's a sock. Would you marry a sock turned wife, or out of her
No,
more?
because there
Would
is
you-
no sock turned wife. There's only dudes, right, lames who put rings on socks. That's it. If I were to put
So why
lipstick,
would you still need to marry a
hold
drug
on. If I were to put a
dealer
suit
turned
and
doctor?
tie on a pig, get them a fade, a high fade, get
So
them
only
shoes.
women can.
Would they be
so
a
you're saying
man,
it's
or would
only
they just be
women
or
that
would they
are
just be a
stagnant?
pig in shoes and a suit?
So are you saying that there's only women that's stagnant, or is that their men could be stagnant too?
There are
Because you're
men
saying
who can
that
be
once a
stagnant
sock,
too.
always
What are
a
we
sock.
talking about?
But once a drug dealer, they can be a doctor. That sounds really sexy to me. You gonna get yourself
Okay, you
caught
show
up.
me. You show me one, boo boo.
Right
I
now.
want you to go get with a drug dealer and then have him change out of being a drug dealer and be a doctor. Go ahead, boo boo. Only you can do it. Can you do that little experiment for us and then come back and let us know how it goes?
I'm just letting you know you support something that you wouldn't.
Wait, no. Can you go and do that little experiment for us and then let us know how it goes?
I want you to go
you seem
and
to
be
have
out with a
convictions,
sock.
right? You seem to have convictions. That socks can turn into
don't.
Ferraris.
I'm just wondering why you support something that you wouldn't marry.
Because a sock has a purpose,
said that once
right?
a sock, always a sock.
Because
That's
a sock has a
once
purpose.
Sock, always a sock.
Because there's nothing inherently wrong with the sock. A sock has a purpose. Now,
So
I'm
why
not
don't
going to
you
use a
marry a
sock to
sock?
cook food, right?
Why
But
not?
I'm gonna put on. Why wouldn't I use a sock to cook food? I don't know what you're used to eating. My food, I don't make food with socks. I don't know what to tell you. You seem to be on a whole different planet and a whole different family. The family I'm a part of, we don't use socks. My women don't use socks to make food. So I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I'm just letting you know that you need to. I'm not a sock, but and I don't agree with what she did.
You keep on saying
that. Means I don't agree with her
nobody
sock
believes
behavior.
you. You don't even believe yourself.
Oh, I definitely believe myself. You can flip it
It
however
sounds
you
like
want
you
to,
may be a sock in recovery.
But
Are you a sock in
dealing with a bunch
recovery?
of
Is
socks,
that what it is?
And you probably proposed. Did you ever propose to a sock before?
Are
That's
you in
probably
a
what
sock?
happened. You proposed to a sock and you got turned down.
A sock precludes them of being proposed to. What are you talking
Did
about?
a sock turn you down?
Why would a sock turn me down?
That sock turned you down, Lucas. Come on, you can tell us.
Absolutely.
You got proposed to, and the sock said no.
Yes,
No.
I proposed to a sock and a sock said no. Absolutely.
Okay. I'm done.
Is that what happened to you?
No. And I'm like, no.
You're not an ex-wife? You've never been proposed to?
I'm actually surprised.
You've never been proposed to?
Yeah, of course. I turned it down.
Oh, you turned it down. Okay. Why'd you turn it down?
Because I don't want to have to deal with community dick. That's why.
So you were with this man long enough to the point he felt comfortable enough to
what's
propose
long
to
enough?
you.
Because people get engaged in They can
So
get engaged.
how long were you with
3
this man
months,
before
6
he
months.
proposed to you?
1 year.
So you were with community dick.
I
It was
did
good
not
enough
know.
for a
That's why
year.
I turned it down.
But when he proposed to you, that's when you were like, no.
No, I'm just telling you, like you said when he proposed. All I'm saying is that we were dating for a while. And
So
then
you were with
about a
community
year.
dick for a while. You're a sock,
I'm not
boo-boo.
ashamed to say I was with community
I know
dick.
you're not ashamed because you a sock. And there's nothing wrong with that.
How am I a sock if he wanted to propose and I
Socks?
told him no?
What do you mean
Are
socks get
married?
with other
Listen,
socks? That's the
hang
whole
on,
point.
Hang on, are you married? Because you're community dick too.
Socks get with other socks? There's nothing wrong with
you
that.
Are sock and you're community dick because you haven't chose not one woman to marry.
That's what it was.
So
you got
you're
offended that I
community
called her a
dick too.
sock. You're like, you felt some
I'm
type
not
of way.
offended. I'm just telling you it goes both
Listen,
ways.
boo-boo,
You're
there's
also a
nothing wrong
sock.
with you being a
so
sock.
It takes a sock to know a sock.
There's
Come
nothing
on,
wrong with
Lucas.
you being a sock. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing. Go
And
ahead.
everybody's a sock at some point, but you also have to
No,
admit
not
that you were
everybody's
once
a sock at some point. That
Were
sounds
you
like
a
sock logic. Well, everybody
No,
who's done what I
listen.
did. Thank you.
No,
Take care, sock. Take care, sock. Take care, sock. She just, well, everyone do what I do. Okay, sock. Okay, sock. That's typical sock logic. Well, everyone starts where I started. No, that's not how that works. Not everyone was doing your activities. That's not how that, no. That's the sock logic. Did you hear it? Trying to justify her being a sock. I already knew she was a sock. You want to know why? Because I like socks. There's nothing wrong with liking socks. What's wrong is if you think this is a PS5 controller. That's what's wrong. What's wrong is if you get this and then try to put Spider-Man 2 into this. That's what's wrong. What's wrong is if you get with this and then you try to drive with it. Well, I want to go to work. Where's the engine? How do I start this? You can't start this. This is a sock, sir. Its purpose is for something to go in it. That's its purpose, right? You see this, right? That's its purpose. It is for something to go in it. What are we talking about? Now, maybe you can find other ways to use this, but that's what its purpose is. There's nothing wrong with you being a sock girl. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Just because you qualify for one position doesn't mean you qualify for the other. What are we talking about? She tried to use faulty logic to justify her sockification. There's nothing to prescribe to you. I was going to put on, the mask, but there's nothing prescribed to you. You doing what you're supposed to be doing, boo-boo. You just seem to be a bougie sock, right? You know those bougie socks, right? Right? We see them all the time. The OnlyFans models, the Instagram models, they bougie socks. Okay, they bougie socks. Okay, I get it. You want, I understand. I'm not knocking it. He was community dick, but you were with this community dick. I don't know about you, but mofos don't propose after a month unless they're lame, and only lames get with lames, so you still a lame. That's the craziest thing to say. That's another thing when dudes talk about their exes and stuff like that. Like, bro, why are you talking about her? You were fucking her this entire time. How is she a whore now? What? Oh, he's community dick. Yeah, you were with that community dick for all this time. You might as well marry it. He took, what, a year? He already took a year of your life. You might as well spend the rest with it. You not getting any better. You let me find out you were with the sock. Now I'm going to start looking at you differently. So I don't know what to tell you. At least he proposed. No man who knows you a sock is going to propose. We know you a sock. And as a sock, that's it. I'm not expecting you to clean. I'm not expecting you to cook. I'm not expecting you to have any Roth IRA. I'm not expecting you to have any investment. I'm just expecting you a sock. That's it. You to look good and open. That's it, right? Nobody's going at a sock. Well, I wanted to have, I want the sock to open up like this, and I want it to move like this, and I want it. No, it's like, that was a nice sock. Let me put this on. That's it. Nothing wrong with that. I just want people to understand there's nothing wrong with that. I support that 100%. 678, you're on the line. What's the disagreement and tell me why?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
How you doing this evening?
I'm doing amazing.
Question. You say you don't celebrate July 4th. Why is that?
Because I don't have any reason to celebrate it.
I know you're not going to let these white people have that day, too.
Why? It was made for them.
What happened?
It was made for them.
Nah. You can't let them have it like that.
If we go to the time of the July 4th, bruh, you weren't going to be celebrating it.
You got to look at it differently.
Oh, we have to look at it differently. Okay.
Yeah, you can remember the Black Union. You can remember John Brown and Nat Turner. You know Nat Turner. His
what about them? Yeah, Nat Turner led a revolt, bro. What are we talking about?
Yeah, his revolt was originally supposed to be on July 4th, but he had got sick.
Okay, and what you want me to? You want me to commemorate things that could have happened?
What you mean? No, it did happen.
You just said it was supposed to be on July 4th, but he got sick. So then it didn't happen.
It moved up to August.
So then it didn't happen.
But it moved up a few months.
So then it didn't happen on July 4th.
But it moved up. No, so these people were actually fighting for freedom.
I don't care, bro. None of that has to do with me.
What you mean? What does it have to do? Aren't you black?
July 4th has nothing to do with me, my guy. July 4th it just heightens the hypocrisy of this country. They celebrate as far as freedom for everyone, while there's people who are still slaves.
But they still have people fighting for freedom, though. For actual freedom.
Sir, is there anything else? Are we done here?
Well, a few more things. Did you cancel your Spider-Man Collector's Edition yet?
No, I didn't cancel it yet.
So you still gonna let Insomniac hold you?
Yes, because it's Spider-Man.
What do you mean it's Spider-Man?
I've already said, when it comes to Spider-Man, it is what it is.
So you just gonna let these people do anything to you?
And when it comes to Spider-Man, in some cases, yes.
But you want to put out these anti-black videos, and you can't stand 10 toes down on Spider-Man.
No, not when it comes to Spider-Man. Anything else? Absolutely. I've already said that. I'm pretty honest with that. I know my weaknesses.
Man, you better pray that game was a 10 out of 10, because I'm gonna be
I do, because if it's not, it's gonna get flamed.
And did you see? You know who Megan Kelly is, right?
Yes.
Did you see her July 4th video?
No.
Yeah, you should look it up. I think her and her husband dressed up as what do you call those people? Colonials, whatever they are.
Okay, I'll check it out.
All right, yeah, that's all I got. You have a good night.
You as well, my guy. You as well. Frederick dropped 2 dubs. Yeah, right? Tony went to the doctor and found out he's anemic. The doctor said, I'm going to prescribe you some iron, man. That one's all right. That one's all right. I'm going to prescribe you some iron, man. It's all right. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid. I feel like you've had funnier ones. You've had funnier ones. Yeah. I just don't know what to tell y'all. There's nothing. I want people to understand there's nothing wrong with being a sock. Okay? Because this is the issue that I have, right? We'll go back to
I'm just laying.
Honestly, it goes back to, the concept of let's say a plumber, or not a plumber. What happened? God dog it. What happened? Hold on, there we go. Right? Oh shit. Hold up. There we go. A plumber, bus driver, lawyer, doctor. There's nothing wrong with any of these. It depends on what you want. There's nothing wrong with any of these. Plumber makes good money. Bus driver makes good money. Driver, a doctor, a lawyer. Nothing wrong with any of these. Depends on what you want. Now, there's nothing wrong with the woman saying, "I don't want a bus driver." I don't have any issue with the woman saying that. Or I don't want a plumber. I don't have it. Okay, fine. The same thing goes for men. There's nothing wrong with you saying, "I don't want a sock." Or I want a woman who's going to cook and clean and do this and do that. Okay, fine. But what y'all have to understand is, which I don't think most people understand, is something simple, demand. That's what you have to understand. 614, you're on the line. What's the disagreement and tell me why?
Lucas, bro. It's been a long time. God damn, boy, he's thick. Yeah, but it's me from Ohio. It's Ohio.
What's good?
You have spoke a lot of truth tonight. A lot of truth. And you've gained my subscription back. I don't know what YouTube algorithm has brought me back to your channel, but it has brought me back, and I resubscribed. You've talked a lot of truth. But then you started talking shit about America. This is the greatest country in the world, brother.
I don't disagree with you.
I love America. Why don't you celebrate July 4th, brother? I don't.
Because it wasn't made for me.
What does that even mean? What does that mean?
Do you know the date of July 4th?
It was made for America, not Lucas.
No, it wasn't made for me. It wasn't made for Black Americans.
Oh, so July 4th wasn't? It's not July Lucas. It's July 4th. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, it wasn't made for Black Americans. And I don't have a problem with that. I have no issue with that. This country could be the greatest country ever, in despite of that, because we're always constantly trying to work forward to make bigger changes and progress.
Yeah,
I get that. Yeah, I don't have an issue with that.
But why do you shit on July 4th?
I don't shit on it. It's just not. It's like celebrating someone else's birthday. That's weird. It's not my birthday. That doesn't mean birthdays are wrong or his birthday is bad. It's just not my birthday. It's fine.
So July 4th, what do you do?
I think I go do what I do any other day. Or maybe since there's no work, nobody's working, we go to the beach. I don't know. It's a day off.
You put off fireworks?
It's a day off. No, I don't put up fireworks.
You don't put up fire? You don't have a hot dog? You don't put up fireworks, brother?
No.
Lucas, you spoke a lot of truth tonight. There's a lot of socks out there. There's a lot of socks.
Do you celebrate other people's birthday?
Yes, I do, because they asked me to, and I say, I'm gonna come to your birthday party.
I don't celebrate like it's my birthday.
What?
I don't celebrate other people's birthday like it's my birthday. That's all.
So, when somebody says, "Hey, it's my birthday,"
I say,
come to my party.
Congratulations, happy birthday. I'm not expecting to get presents.
Okay.
What are we
I
talking
see what
about?
you're saying.
If you want to
I see what
celebrate
you're
and
saying.
do fireworks, go right ahead.
So you're saying some dumb shit, but
What's
bless
dumb
you.
about what I said?
It's not your birthday, so why would you expect to get presents? But
Exactly, it's not my holiday to celebrate. Just like Memorial Day, right? Or like I'm not a veteran, but I can appreciate veterans.
So you're conflating it. Continue.
I'm not conflating. 4th of July
But you
doesn't
stopped.
celebrate.
You stopped. You're conflating. You stopped. I heard you talking. You stopped.
I'm not
Continue.
conflating. I'm just saying I'm happy for people who do celebrate it. It's just not for me. It's not my I'm not invited to that party.
Why are you not invited to the party, brother? Because you're a part of America. You're an American hero.
Sure, at the time that Independence Day, right? At the time Independence Day was formed.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this right now. There are at least 100 people in your party, in your chat, watching your channel, thinking you are an American hero. You have told a lot of people tonight the truth. And God bless you for that. I believe in you, brother.
I don't know. Do you celebrate Juneteenth?
Juneteenth?
Yeah.
Texas?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's good. That's awesome.
I live in Ohio, and I celebrate Juneteenth because, quite frankly, they freed the slaves that
That's
day.
great. Well, we weren't free on July 4th.
And my company, we have that day off.
That's awesome. But
So,
we
yeah,
weren't free on July 4th. So Juneteenth, everyone can celebrate, right? Because you had been free.
What?
And now we were free.
Repeat that?
You had been free, and now we were free.
I had been free, and now we are free?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
So Juneteenth, white
Yes.
Americans had been free.
Texas, no. You're conflating. So Juneteenth was Texas. So
Yeah, white Americans
White
Americans had been free during that period of time.
So let's get something straight. White Americans were enslaved in this country.
They were?
Yes, they were.
How are they enslaved? You talking about Barbary?
Because, yes.
What about the Barbary slave trade?
Oh, so we're going to conflate things now. Okay. And
What
you
am I
understand this.
conflating?
You understand this. Slavery does not stop with race. Slavery is a human issue.
No, it did
Slavery-
stop with race because it was only in
No,
America where
it
they made
did
it a race.
not.
They made it a race.
No.
You do understand
No.
race was never an issue when it came to slavery up until
was the-
this country, right?
Incorrect.
Can
I
you
know
give me an
know this
example where
answer.
race was an issue?
Who won the court case to own slaves in this country?
I don't know who.
A black man.
So wouldn't that prove my point that race wasn't an issue up until the point it came
No,
here into
it
the country?
wasn't an issue. It was not an issue because a black man wanted
I'm not
to own
disagreeing
other
with you. It was only up
individuals.
until it came to the States, right, where they tried to ban it, where they then made it a race issue.
No, it was never a race issue.
It was actually
never.
big. Yeah, it actually wasn't a race issue because even back in the Mayflower, they made a pact conflating the slave and the Negro. I think was it 18?
Never.
Bro,
Incorrect.
you never heard of that?
Incorrect.
Bro, it's
The
not
Mayflower
incorrect. That's actual
Pact,
history.
The Mayflower. You're quoting the Mayflower Pact.
No, I
The
forgot. Forgot
Mayflower
what it's called.
Pact.
It was during when they were doing the colonies.
Incorrect.
It's
Incorrect.
not incorrect. It's history, bro.
They did not. They
yes,
did not bring
they
over
conflated
slaves.
the slave and the Negro. Yes, they did.
They did not bring over slaves, and I'm going to say
I'm not
this.
saying
Okay?
they brought over slaves. I'm saying that's what they conflated.
What do you?
As far as a black person, right, and a slave, they were the same.
What does slave translate to? Slav. Slavs were whites that were enslaved. Okay?
We're not. I'm not talking about slavery as a whole. I'm talking about how it was specifically used, right?
Oh, you're gonna look microscopically.
No, I'm talking
But
about
you're
this
not gonna
country.
look at the
Right? I'm not
problem
talking
as a
about
whole.
Europeans being enslaved by outside of the states.
Even though there's blacks enslaved right now in Africa, but we don't care about them, right? Oh, no, we
Yes,
don't
but
care
the
about
black
them.
slaves in Africa aren't the same slaves or the context as it was here in the States.
They're not the same slaves. What are they, Lucas?
I agree, because one was done mainly
What
and
are
exclusively
they?
due to their race.
What are they, Lucas?
What do you mean?
A
What are
bunch, according to you, a bunch of niggers.
they? Okay. All right. We're gonna end the call there. Oh boy. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I don't know how we get from Barbary slave trade, which it didn't even take place here in the States, right? That was like off of the coast of Netherlands, right? If I'm not mistaken, like Italy over there. I don't know how we can compare that to the history of this country. Oh, Jesus, Lord in heaven. Lord in heaven, I just don't even know what to tell you, bro. Don't even know what to tell you, bro. Which didn't even take place in the States. From my understanding, I could be wrong. Where's the Barbary slave trade in the States? That was all the way overseas. 678, you're on the line. What's the disagreement? Tell
I
me
had
why.
to call back right quick. I told you to claim July 4th. You had that white man call in. Where y'all gonna listen to me?
I don't even understand what the issue was. I was like, yo, you can celebrate. I'm not knocking it.
Yeah. See, you have to play mind games with them.
But I have to be forced to celebrate something that doesn't include me? That doesn't make any sense.
You had to play. It's mind game. When they ask you, do you? Yes, I celebrate. I celebrate Nat Turner, John Brown, and Black Union soldiers.
Okay.
Who actually fought for actual freedom.
Okay. All right. Man.
One last thing. You checking out that new Mission Impossible?
Maybe.
What do you mean? It's Tom Cruise. What the?
I'll maybe check it out. I'll maybe check it out. Gotta see. Is it out right now?
It comes out next Friday.
Okay.
Or Thursday.
Oh yeah, I'll probably check it out. I mean, there's nothing else to watch.
All right, yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
All right, later.
Lordy. Oh boy. Jaden says, "Bruh, I'm playing Final Fantasy 16, feeling my fantasy, and that man just brought out R so quickly." Yeah, I don't even know what to say. 614, you're on the line. What's the disagreement and tell me why?
Hey, brother, from Ohio, brother.
Oh fuck.
No, I'm a black man. It's all good. But you should have just agreed with, just say, yeah, I celebrate the shit. What's fun? But I called because I disagree with you fundamentally regarding socks. It's okay for socks to be socks.
Yes.
Now I know that socks, they are what they are.
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you, are you coming from a Christian point of view? Are you religious or
No,
anything?
I'm not coming from a Christian point of view.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say that for our people, if we want to survive after 5 years, we have to raise the bar for our people. We should not be fined for socks just to be socks.
One thing we have to understand is that not everyone is going to meet that bar.
I understand that point of view, but here's the thing: just because Keke is a sock, which is the funny term, just because she is a sock doesn't mean that it's right in that context to be one.
Why not?
Like, because truth is not subjective. Truth is objective.
What does
That's
that
where
have
it
to do
comes
with
from.
her being a sock?
Well, because her being a sock, here's the thing. If she is being a sock, and a lot of women decide to be socks, it's bad for our community as a whole. Like, it spreads out.
No, it's bad
and more
for the
people
men who
be-
get with those women. There's always you can't stop a woman from doing what she wants to do. If that's what she wants to do, she's gonna do it.
I understand that we have free will, but I understand that, like, it's still wrong in concept that as a whole. It's still a wrong thing.
I don't know what makes it wrong though. She's not harming
That's
anyone. Everything she's
No,
doing
you
has to
have
do
to
with
harm-
her own. It's her own autonomy. I don't understand. It doesn't
I
impact
understand
me and
too.
my choices.
Well, I will say this. Think about like that last caller, that woman that disagreed with you. She was really into you for some reason, but she was saying that she was with a man for a year, and they were fornicating, and then he proposed, and she said no. Like, that situation is wrong because they didn't start on a good foundation. They started just with fornication, and he tried to marry a sock, which is, is dumb. But that whole idea there is the problem with a lot of people, but also with our people. It's not good to build a civilization on a bad foundation, and
I
for
don't think
people to
anybody's
believe
building a civilization on a bound foundation.
Well, what I'm saying is you're basically saying that it's fine because it's not affecting her, but
It's
it
not
affects
affecting
people.
anyone.
So her being a sock doesn't affect her at all.
It doesn't affect. I mean, it's her though. It's her life. She gets to choose what she wants to do. It doesn't affect
him
anyone
being a-
else.
But him being a sock, him being a simp, it doesn't affect anyone else but himself.
No.
Well, the reason why there's a fundamental problem there because I am a Christian. I'm coming from a Christian background, and for us to be at a higher level as a people, I understand that socks are going to be socks. This conversation is crazy, but socks are going to be socks. But it doesn't mean that it's right to be one. Like, just because
You're gonna
people
have to
believe
tell me. I hear you, but you're gonna have to give me a reason why it's wrong.
Well, because it's a degrading of self. Like what she done on there was a
How's
degrading
it
of self. I don't
degrading?
think he was. Well, because she's showing her body. And
How is that
she's
degrading?
with another man.
Okay, and she didn't wear
It's-
anything
it's-
outside as far as what you would see as far as at the beach.
Yeah, I get you. You know what? I see, but
She wasn't butt naked.
I guess I agree. I agree with that.
And she-
I thought I was gonna disagree.
she's not married, so I don't understand.
But wait, okay, look. So I agree there. But is it right for our people to marry first, or should they just be fine with like shacking up, fornication?
I think
and
those
then
who want to get married, who are ready for that commitment, that level of commitment, and what it entails. But marriage isn't for everyone, and to put that on everyone to believe that's the epitome of a relationship is marriage, you're gonna have a bad outcome. Because you're gonna have people who should have never been married to begin with, but now they have this concept of, well, this is what I have to do, or this is what I should do, or this is what it means to be a woman or a man, and that's how you get bad outcomes. Those are the people who mess things up.
Well, don't you think the bad outcomes come from broken homes when they don't get married and they split up?
No,
and they
because
create
there's a
more
lot as far
division
as just
people?
because they're married doesn't mean the home isn't broken. There are a lot of fake smiles out there.
So you don't think marriage is necessarily a good thing for people?
No, I don't.
I see. All right, so it's okay. So basically, you're saying that it's some people are just going to be what they are as long as they're not hurting themselves.
Some
or other
people are going to be single.
I see. All right, man. I see you coming. I see where you're coming from.
And there's nothing wrong with that. The worst thing you could do is to force a single person to become married or to get into a long-term relationship, because you're just gonna screw someone up.
Yeah, I do agree with you should, if you are single and you live a softly way or you live a
right.
selfish way.
You can even go back to scripture as far as unequally yoked.
Yeah, but I will say that the foundation of marriage does add an element to our people that is virtuous. That's
whatever foundation that adds, it's all mental. There's literally no change as far as upon you being married.
So there's no external thing that it does for our people as a whole. Because I agree with you that 5 years, we could be looking at extinction, And I want
most definitely.
I want us to. I want us to do everything we can do. I want us to do everything that we can do, because I don't want my people. I don't want my people to be okay with it. It's fine to be socks. It's like.
Why? Because there's going to be women who are like, yeah, that's fine if she has an OnlyFans. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay.
Right? But there's always going to be those women. Just like there's men out there like, hey, if he wants to do that, that's on him. Would I do that? Absolutely not. Do I think that's conducive to a strong marriage? Is that, have my woman get smashed by a porn star or something like that? No.
Damn. Yeah. I see your point, yeah. All right, I guess we agree. After hearing you out, I guess I get it, brother. Yeah, but yeah. Also, I will say this though: what he did, what that dude did, the Keke, it was the most simplest thing I ever saw. Like going online to cry about shit, that's retarded. But all right, I'm gonna let you go.
All right, man. Take care. Stay safe. Yeah, I'm not gonna fault him, bro, for that. I'm not gonna fault him for that. He did what he's supposed to do. Y'all acting surprised that the lion ate the zebra. And the zebra, after being eaten, went, ah, ah, ah. Y'all seeing the lion eat the fucking zebra going, why is that zebra acting like that? Why is the zebra acting like that? Zebra going, fucking hurts, I'm alive, ah. Why is the zebra acting like that? That's so peculiar. That's so strange. Why are they acting like that? I would never be in that position. I don't understand, bro. It really makes no sense to me, bro. It makes no sense to me. Right? Now here's the thing. It's gonna be like a prostitute. I don't have an issue with the prostitute. However, I wouldn't raise my child to be a prostitute. I wouldn't raise that in a favorable light that would be conducive to the life that my child would want, or that I would expect from them. Just is what it is. Just like a stripper. Some women are strippers. That's fine. Somebody's got to be on the pole. Right? I don't know what this concept is of all black women have to be wifey. No. Absolutely not. Now there could be a problem where there's not enough wifey to meet up with the husband material that's available. But most of you ninjas aren't husband material. What are you talking about? You a sock just like the rest of them. 407, you're on the line. What's the disagreement and tell me why?
Lucas, man. First of all, let me tell you, man, I'm a fan. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. So, secondly, man, let me tell you, bro, I agree with you. What you got to understand is, bro, we're in a different time zone than where we and you grew up. See, when we grew up, we were about facts. We knew what that sock was for.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't out here trying to change that sock. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, it's changed. It's about these guys' feelings. And they don't realize that they have become women. They're trying to do the fix-me-uppers. You get what I'm saying? How women used to, I can fix them. That's how men are starting to look at women.
Well, I think changing someone in a fix-me-upper is very different. Changing someone, no. Fixer-upper, absolutely. Because there's be some women who are like, oh, she'd be cute. She just lose a few pounds. That's a fixer-upper.
And I guess that's true.
Yeah, changing
But
is
let
like
me
you
tell you
got to
something.
change their
Now-
whole mentality, their behavior, how they think. No.
Yes. And we knew that back in the day. You see what I'm
Yes.
saying? Back when we were going through high school and stuff like that, we knew.
Yeah.
And we also knew that this love thing was a gamble. It was no guarantee that we were going to find Mrs. Right. Like I say, nowadays, man, these dudes are in their feelings. It's all about feelings now. It's no longer about the facts.
Yeah.
And like I say, where you're coming from is she ain't gonna change. I ain't got time to be changing her. That's her business. Let her do her. Let her have her fun. I use her when I get to her, and after I get done using her, I'm out.
Absolutely.
Men aren't like that no more.
Men
aren't like
crazy.
that no more.
It's crazy because sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Every man has a growth spurt where he gets tired. It's like, okay, I want to find something a little more, a little more stable, right? I want a woman who's gonna be doing this and doing that. But we also know those dudes who never get out of that. They never get to that point.
And that's
the
fact,
same
bro.
thing is
Like
with
I
women,
said,
right? There are those women who may have had fun during college or whatever, but then they get to a point where it's like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. This isn't fun. And they mature to a certain extent. And there's women who aren't.
Yeah.
They're freaking 50,
Who
60
don't.
years
Thank
old
you.
who's still in the club having fun. Okay.
And like I say, that's the thing, man. It's become more about the feelings, though. with
Yeah,
men
what
now.
I've noticed is they trying to have their cake and eat it too. They also want to be
Yeah.
that woman who's 56 in the club, but also want to complain that they can't find a good man. That's where the issue is. You got these men who are being clowns, right? You ain't got anything, you ain't not about anything, you're not doing anything, but want to complain you can't find a good woman.
Like I say, man, it's all about feelings now, man. It's no
Lord.
longer about the facts anymore.
You better be strapped, bro.
Let-
'Cause
let
like
me
I
tell you,
said,
I'm
these
not
women,
agreeing with you. Like I say,
these
I don't
women, they're
agree
gonna
with
hunt you down, bro. I don't want to see you on the news. I don't want you. I want a woman to take advantage of you, bro. I'm just saying. Get your
Like I
bear
say,
mace,
man,
get
I'm
your
just
Glock,
saying.
get what you got, get what you have to have, bro. Because it's going to be dangerous out there for us men moving forward.
Yeah, it is, bro. And let me tell you, it is. Because, like I say, man, it's all about feelings now with men. It has definitely, it went 180, man. It's changed. 360, shit, fuck 180. It has 100% changed. We don't do facts no more. Facts is like everybody's kryptonite now. It's all about feelings. It's about how we feel. You know what I mean? They believe that that Disney love. You know, we grew up knowing that shit wasn't 100%. We didn't know, we wasn't guaranteed that. Nowadays they want that guarantee. They want to be able to take the 304 and then turn her into a housewife. See, like I say, we knew. Okay, man, that 304 is a 304.
Yeah, that's
We're
the
gonna have our
crazy
own
part.
woman,
That's
we're
why
gonna
I
get
use
the
the
fuck out of
sock analogy. They get with these women, and then they expect them to behave the way they want them to behave. It's like, why would you expect that?
Like I say, it's that feeling. They feel like she should be doing this. and let me tell you, they're coming from that Christian point of view. What does a Christian do? They try to do what? Save the world. And now they're getting to the point of they're getting to the Jehovah's Witness part. They're coming to knock on doors. Man, I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. Let me save you. So, like I say, man, I agree with what you're saying. I'm just trying to let you know why people are coming at you with the pushback. It's because it's their feelings now. These are not the guys that were, that had the fun in the high school. That's not the guys.
I'm starting to realize this. Like you've never been in a scenario like this. Like this just seems foreign to them. I'm like, what?
Because, like I say, those wasn't the guys that were doing it in high school. That was the guys who were falling in love, getting hurt, and you find them crying in the bathroom. These are the guys those guys have grown up to become the red pill man.
Yeah, but they've been grown up. But usually when that happens to many guys, right, there's a certain maturity that takes place. Instead, what is happening, it seems that now that there's like a disdain or a hatred for these women, for all women. I'm just like, well,
because back in the day, man, we knew what they were for. Nowadays, they don't know.
Yeah, now
they
talking bussy,
like I say,
leading them to bussy talk.
They've become the Jehovah's Witnesses now. They become, I gotta save you. Let me knock on your door. Like I say, back once again, Christianity, they just try to save who? The people in the church. They'll get on there and say, hey man, we should get some people out of the church too, but they don't really go looking for them. Now they have become the Jehovah's Witness. They're coming to knock on the doors. They want to save these women. You know, they don't understand that. Like I say, they have their place.
Yeah.
So, like
Yeah,
I say, man,
absolutely.
I agree with you.
I don't know.
Keke
Yeah.
Palmer is doing.
It makes
exactly what
sense
she
to
was
those who
supposed
make
to
sense.
do.
It makes sense to family. That's the thing. It makes sense to family because they talking like, why is the Toyota not driving like the Ferrari? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Why are there no Ferraris on the lot? Because you're at a Toyota lot, bro. What are you talking about?
You know, and like I say, the 4th of July thing, once again, man, on that one, that's, you gotta understand, man, that's about the core of people, how they feel about America. It's not about what's facts about America. It's about how they, like, that's what I'm telling you. Everything now has changed. It's not about facts no more. It's about how they feel. And once again, the analogy, America does what? Always putting their noses in other people's business. Oh, you shouldn't, that country, you shouldn't be doing this. Oh, that country, you shouldn't be doing this. You should be acting like who? The American. Even though, once again, think too.
Yeah, we
so
got
the
some
4th of
crazy
July thing is just like I said, that's just how they want to feel about America. It's not about the fact
They
that
want
we
you as
wasn't-
far as to smile. And that's what they want you to do. That's like, I'm not smiling. Sorry. I'm not doing that, bro. Why
But that's all I wanted to say,
smiling?
man.
Why
Like
is
I
he
say-
going along?
Yeah.
All right, my guy.
But that's all I want to say, man. You have a good night, man. I'm loving what you're doing too, bro. Keep it up, man.
Appreciate you. You take care. Stay safe.
You.
Yeah, it's just, I don't get that. It's like, bro, I didn't have anything wrong against you celebrating. I don't have a problem. I don't have any issue. It's just, to me, it just heightens the hypocrisy that is still present today. That's what it is. And then they want to be upset at you that you not smiling and laughing along with them. It's just like, what? It's like being invited to someone else's birthday party and you got some real stuff going on in your life. And they're like, why aren't you having fun? It's like, cause bitch, I got real fucking issues going on. I'm happy for you, aren't I? I'm glad it's your birthday. Yeah, that's awesome. I don't, it is what it is. And then when you tell them about the issues, I don't want to hear that. Oh, you're always complaining. You're always in a bad mood. What? Yeah, bro. Wild, bro. It's really wild. Really wild. Really wild. Looking fresh today. Also, can we have a panel in a few? I got some things to say. Oh, do you now? It better not be a disagreement because we got the phone lines open right now for a disagreement, bro. Phone lines open right now for a disagreement, bro. But yeah, I don't think an issue. Now, I think maybe you could say, is there a problem with as a culture for us as a people promoting socks? Yes. I would think, right? If you had a choice between promoting a housewife and a sock, I would think that you wouldn't want to promote the housewife. Right? Right? But I don't think that's happening. And if it is happening, well, then you need to filter what your children listen to. Because there's always going to be some nonsense out there. Always. Always has been, always will be. But we have to, as a community, if you want to say that, I don't even think there is a community. That's just me, bro. Just me. I'm tired about people talking about community. There is no community. Stop it. All right? There should be, but there isn't. And anyone who believes differently, you're delusional. Just is what it is. But nevertheless, we have to promote a lifestyle that's going to be conducive to the future that we want. We all know, as far as there's nothing wrong with being a mother. The issue is the wrong person being a mother. That's the issue. So the issue isn't being as far as a single mother or anything like that. The issue is you got the wrong person who's a single mother. You got the wrong people being knocked up and making dumb choices. That's why I'm saying, as a doctor, not one in real life, but as a dating doctor, what I always advocate for is swallow. The swallow campaign, okay? I'm a firm believer in the swallow campaign, okay? Don't abort, swallow. It's as simple as that. Right? Because some of you are putting babies in women who don't need to be mothers. Okay? And you also have to understand some of these women, they don't know that they don't need to be mothers. Let me rewind that to you. My professional advice is some of these women don't know that they don't need to be mothers. And the same thing goes for men. Yeah, I want to be a father. What? You are not qualified to be a father in any sense of the word. Well, what do you mean? I want to be a father. Are you deranged? 313, you're on the line. What's the disagreement and tell me why?
Yeah, my disagreement about that fool talking about Jehovah's Witness want to say 3 or 4 and name dudes. We let the wicked one do what they do what they please. If Keke Palmer want to get with herpes, what's his name is? Usher, let her do what she please. I mean, we try to say to people who want to learn the ways of what God's trying to do in the Bible. That's like Proverbs 5. It tells you the waving woman, and that's Keke Palmer. The waving woman gonna do what she want to do, but I'd be a fool to be with that waving woman and to get a Keke Palmer, like a Keke Palmer, and respect. Oh, so why is she dressing like a whore? Why is she having sex with a whole bunch of damn women fools? And why is she get my kid acting like a certain way and not teaching them the proper ways how to be a personal person? So why would I be with a Keke Palmer and that fool? I don't care about that nigga too. Oh, I'm sorry, I said N-word. I don't care about him either because he don't care about his kid talking about my wife, and I want her to have value for the child. But he divorced a kid, so he don't care about his kid either because he would have kept the first one. That's all I have to say. I got kind of mad because he talking about Jehovah's Witness like he knows them. I'm like, why are you gonna talk bad about somebody who actually wants you pull you close to God? Forget that fool, because he don't know nothing. Okay, I'm done.
All right, appreciate the call, man. Take care and stay safe. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. Don't disagree. Mogul says, I agree there's no such thing as a black community. We don't have enough unity or group economics or voting strategy for that. Well, I don't think it has necessarily to do with, what was it? Unity. I think we unify very easily. I don't think it has to do with group economics. I don't think that's an issue because black people do support black businesses 100%. And when it comes to voting strategy, that's what I agree with you. As far as voting strategy, as far as one game that us as a whole haven't mastered is the game of politics. And that's really the only game that matters. Every other game has no bearing on your life, my life, us as a group. I don't care how many people are in the NFL. I don't care how many people are in the NBA. I don't care how many people are entertainers. Doesn't have any impact. Till you start making political moves and start swaying politically, then you have no bearing. I'm glad that Tyler Perry bought BET, allegedly, right? Apparently that went through. But given what Tyler Perry is been on, which is some bussy, I just want you to understand he got his fame through dressing up as a black woman. So we also have to temper our expectations. I don't know what to tell you. So we'll see what goes on with that. We'll see what goes on with that, but my hopes aren't really that high. My hopes really aren't that high because usually they don't allow people to get to such positions, and especially make any significant moves that could possibly overthrow their power or the propaganda they have going out. Because propaganda is money. And once you start messing with someone's money, you can mess with their name, you can mess with a lot of stuff. But once you start messing with these people's money, that's when it starts to get a little serious. It starts to get a little real. So, just keeping that in mind. I'll get his back, bro. No homo, but I'll support him just like I did with Ye. But we'll see what happens, bro. We'll see what happens. But when it comes to this situation, I think a lot of people are upset because they're looking at it as from a prescriptive position as to what she should have done or what he should have said. And you're missing the point. You're missing the point, okay? This sock is limited to this sock's ability, all right? I'm not expect this sock to do anything more. I'm not expect this sock to do anything less. It's as simple as that. So if he's been a lame, and from what it looks like has always been a lame, then I'm going to expect him to respond the way he responded. Now, at the bare minimum, I would expect you to have some tact, right? You're like, yo, not put your business out on blast, because it backfired. It definitely backfired when it comes to her.
And what happens if you ever had a Summer Walker situation with me? Some girl was just like, yo, just so you know, she was wearing like my Eagles jersey.
She's not even getting on the line with me. I'm not talking to nobody. I don't care. She could be standing next to you in a picture. I'm blind. I'm Stevie Wonder to the bullshit. And whatever that we going through, we talking about that in the closet. Like,
in the closet, right? Whatever we going through, if you had an issue with that, you address that to me as a woman at home. So when people say he's a man in biology only, right? Even if you're a woman, let's say she caught you slipping. Because sometimes women like to do that, right? They like to poke buttons. It is what it is. They like to poke buttons. So sometimes she may wear something that's a little risque. And she'll walk out. She caught you slipping for whatever reason. She's like, yeah, you go have a good time. You all have a good time. Right? You address it when you get home. Like everyone does. Every man, every woman does. Even as a parent, right? Whenever you got back home, you knew you were in trouble. You knew you were in trouble. Especially if you're sneaking in the house just... And they just be... Didn't even have to say anything sometimes. That's what a real power of a man has, in many cases. The real power of a man, and unless you've actually experienced this, you won't know what I'm speaking Japanese to you. I'm speaking fiction to you. But any real man can tell you that he can just look at his woman a certain way and she knows you done fucked up. You know better than to say what you said or to wear what you wear. You know what happened. And what will they do? What will they immediately do? First they'll play dumb. And they'll be, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. I know. I'm sorry. I just want to have a little fun. I'm sorry. Every single time, bruh. Because they know what they did. They know, okay, you did a little extra. Okay. What? Okay, fine. Goodness gracious. Fine, okay. Just is what it is. 786, you're on the line. What's the disagreement and tell me why?
Hey, Lucas. I hope you're doing well today. I'm calling because I don't really disagree with you much, but something you said just recently that I disagree with, where, and I know you meant it as a joke, but like where someone that wants to be a father and they're not qualified, that they shouldn't be a father, and I just disagree with that. Maybe because I come from more of a spiritual point of view, and I get that you're more of a facts and evidence point of view.
What does spiritual or facts and evidence have to do with what I said?
Well, what I mean is like when, you're not qualified, like if someone goes, I want to be a father, and then you say, you're not qualified to be a father, maybe I'm not, maybe I need to clarify what you mean, what qualifies you to be a father. But what I assumed you meant is like how much money they make or something, right?
No, bro. Is that what you think all it means to be a father?
No, but I mean, a lot of people usually like, you're.
So
you
a
don't
lot of
have
people,
enough
you
money
mean
to be a
you,
dad or
because you
whatever.
just assumed that.
Yeah. it's
Are
true,
you
I
a
did
father?
say that. Yeah, I am a father.
So you know as a father that no matter how much money you get, no matter how much money it is, there's certain things that you need to have, whether it's patience, right? Whether it's having to deal with, whatever issues that they're going with, whether having to deal with as far as with not only the child, but the mother. There's a variety of attributes and characteristics you need to have and ascertain before putting your foot in that pool. Money, it's great, but that's not going to help you in some cases. So you know this already. And you know you probably have friends, or you used to have friends, who the last thing they were prepared to do mentally, even if they were rich, they weren't prepared to be a father.
Yeah, I get you. You want to know if I'm being honest? I wanted to be a part of Disagreement Day so bad. I was looking for anything to bite on.
It's all good, bro. I understand. You go and make
All
good
right,
fathers out there, bro.
Thank you, bro. You have a good one. Thank you,
as
man.
well. My man was like, bro, I'm looking, bro. I want to be part of the show. I'm just been looking for a disagreement. No, you're right. I just wanted to disagree. Sometimes you have that, bro. Sometimes you have that. You got to be careful. Because that can quickly turn into...
You're about to experience a nigga moment.
That's what that can experience. That's how fast that can happen. Right? There, in some cases. Or you have some women who just want to, sometimes women do that too. I think we're done with the stream for now. We can get into a panel. We can start the panel up in like 10. We'll talk about this. Discuss this further. All right. Give me 10. Everyone, take care. Stay safe. Be amazing. I'll catch y'all in a few.